No more bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria what? No more bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Nigeria what, yo? No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor, no more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria, no more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media, the number one media in Nigeria, no more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what, yo? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria what media? Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Nigeria watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and he recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Nigeria watch you.
My name is Magnus Sarakan. This is Woto TV. While we are being distracted by the many happenings in Nigeria, the kidnappings, the terrorist activities, and the deception of the government of the day, do you know that if you truly want to understand the dynamics of the problems of Nigeria, perhaps we should draw our attention to the coalition. Yes, the coalition party. Now, the coalition party is supposed to be one of the greatest and strongest opposition to the Tinubu administration. But inside this supposed coalition, there is even a greater political dynamic that is playing. And for me, rather than see the dynamic, I see through the dynamics to expose some of the very intricacies that has bound Nigeria into its problems. And what is this intricacies? Well, what is this intricacy? The truth here is this. We have an Atiku and a Peter Obi. An Atiku represents a desire for power to come back to the north. A Peter Obi represents a desire for a change. Now, how does these two objectives outplay or interplay themselves? Exposes problems of Nigeria. Let me start with Atiku. Atiku, everybody knows that the brainchild behind the formation of the ADC is Atiku. And the idea that an Atiku will form a party and then suggest a primary to be run, and then he will lose that same primary in a party that he formed or in a coalition that is formed, will only take a brain or a head without a brain to conceive that. So ADC, if a primary or if an election through a primary will be run, it's packaged for Atiku. But that is not even my problem. My problem with this whole thing is the supremacist complex of where Atiku come from, that the best they can offer the South is a running mate or a vice or a deputy. That's what has always annoyed me, that when they see South, the best they think of us is playing the second fiddle. That to me is the greatest insult of any Southerner. But for some weird reason also, some Southerners are okay or are contented to play that second fiddle. For me, that's a no-no. On the other hand, we have a Peter Obi, who to me, even though wants to, whether we like it or not, is from the South, and he's aware that the South has 4 years. But I want to take him by his word that he is not desperate to be president, but he's desperate to see Nigeria work. I want to take him for that word. But he's also mindful that it was through Atiku that he came into presidential limelight. And Atiku also sees that if it were not for me, you wouldn't have been where you are. But beyond that, that's not true. Nigerians are not looking at who brought who or who was who, or Nigerians are looking at what will change this country. And they have decided that Obi is a better choice to fix this country than Atiku. But if my memory still serves me right, the arrogance and the superiority complex of the Fulanis will never allow Atiku to see beyond his self-entitled posture to become the president of this country. So where are we in this standoff? Now, every politician, for some weird reason, believes that once you indicate an interest for any position, they start from a place that I will win. And no matter how you talk them out, you'll be wasting your time. So, is the whole idea of the coalition about massaging somebody's political ambition, or is it truly about salvaging a country that is in rot, a country that is in chaos? Atiku knows it, and Peter Obi knows it. In fact, everybody knows it, maybe except Atiku's ambition, that the only way you can win
that thing affects us in Nigeria a lot. You know, until it gets to your doorstep, you don't say anything. Even this insecurity ravaging everywhere. Yeah. People are not saying a
Professor Wole Soyinka's criticism of what he described as excessive security deployment around President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu, saying that it reflects poorly on Nigeria's security priorities. Speaking at the 20th Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Awards in Lagos on Tuesday, the literary icon recounted his shock at witnessing what he initially thought was a film shoot at a hotel in Ikoyi. He then jokingly suggested that President Tinubu should have sent his son's security battalion to quell the recent insurrection in the Republic of Benin instead of deploying the Air Force and the military. Let's take a look.
On one of my home visits, this about 2 months ago, I was coming out of a hotel and I saw what looked like a film set. And I looked around. There was nearly a whole battalion occupying the grounds of that hotel in Ikoyi, right here. So I got back in my car and I asked the driver who that young man was. And he told me. And I saw this SWAT team, a mixture. They were at least heavily armed, at least some 15 or so heavily armed to the teeth security personnel. Looked sufficient to take over a small country, neighboring city like Benin. And I think the next time the president should just call and say, Seyi, go and quell the rebellion over there. Later on, I did some investigative journalism and I inquired, and I found that apparently this is how this young man goes around with his battalion, his heavy armed soldiers. Of course, the road was cleared before his car went out. I stayed until it seemed he was leaving. So next time there's an insurrection, I think the president should just call that young man and say, "Go and put down those stupid people there. You have enough troops under your command, so don't bother me with all these security issues any longer." Let's not overdo things.
Well, this is a bold statement from Nigeria's most revered public intellectual, calling out what many see, but fewer dare to criticize openly. And I'll take George's tweet on X. He wrote, Professor Soyinka's point cuts deeper than the humor in his remarks. When a nation's security architecture is stretched thin, prioritizing the protection of one individual over millions of citizens is a red flag. Nigeria is battling insecurity across several regions, yet we see battalion-level security guarding a private citizen with no constitutional role. This isn't about politics. It's about accountability, resource allocation, and respect for public institutions. Leaders' children are not elected officials. They should not command more armed protection than communities under siege. This culture of entitlement weakens morale, drains capacity, and erodes trust. If we want a secure nation, security must serve the people, not the privileged few. And Dr. Vasi, I'm sure you did see, and you have seen Seyi Tinubu's convoy. I mean, like this ex-user alluded to, it's, like a battalion. And of course, Professor Wole Soyinka said he was shocked. He thought he was in a movie set when he saw one of Seyi Tinubu's convoy. And now we are hearing that we need more boots on ground. I'm sure this whole week, that's what you've said on this table.
Okay. Let me quote Professor Wole Soyinka directly. He said, let's not overdo things.
Yes.
He said, children are not potentates. They are not rulers. They should know their place. I think, everyone should commit that to memory. So the Nobel laureate is right to have been terribly shocked that the son of the president would have such a large convoy, what he calls a battalion. A battalion would be, a company of soldiers and maybe other officials. There is no office called the first son of Nigeria. There is no office in our constitution called the first daughter of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I've had certain anomalous, nomenclatures of that nature. So such positions do not exist. And that's why Professor Soyinka is saying, let us not overdo things. Now, when you place his comment against the background of the fact that there has been an instruction from the president and the IG, Inspector General of Police, that VIP protection should be withdrawn, that those who are protecting VIPs should be civil defense officers. Mm-hmm. Now, in this particular case, this battalion, were they civil defense officers or were they soldiers and policemen? Mm-hmm. And you can also ask the question, what makes the son of the president a very important personality? Or makes the...
Is the Ogo Eko? Seyi Tinubu?
No, when you look at the protocol list, the son of the president is not a very...
What are you
saying? Not a very important
Didn't
personality.
He stay ahead of ministers in the protocol list in that Arab country that
we condemned it. We condemned it.
Ogo Eko?
No, we condemned it when it happened. And it has not happened since then. when he was attending council meetings, even his own father said, no, don't sit in council. So now, in this instance, Professor Soyinka has helped to draw the attention of the president to what is clearly an abuse. And he says, look, children should not be overindulged. They should not have a sense of entitlement. Our message is that the president should take special notice of this message from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and realize that he, having directed...
The message from Wole Soyinka.
From Professor Wole Soyinka. Yeah, from Professor Wole Soyinka. He should then realize that he, having directed that VIP protection is off the books because we need these soldiers to do their legitimate work. We need the policemen to do their legitimate work. Then his own son should not be seen to be going about with soldiers and policemen. He's not a VIP under the protocol list. If he needs protection, they should provide civil defense that they say can be available. He can hire private guards. There are private companies that are out there. Some of the private companies are licensed. Yes.
Some private companies.
Yes.
They're licensed to carry guns.
In Nigeria. Show me the private
where they will carry baton.
Mention.
They will carry baton.
Private company licensed to carry guns.
They will have relationship with the security agencies, but the president should lead by example and heed the advice of President Wole Soyinka.
Dr. Bati, you will tell us who the VIPs are, since the president's son is not considered a VIP. If I come to you,
it's not a government official.
It's a VVIP.
No,
it's not
very
VIP.
important.
No, it's not a government official.
Very important
you are
personnel.
correct. He's not a VIP. He's not a VIP. He's a VVVVVVIP.
Hold on, wait. I want to come to Rufai on this one. Meanwhile,
I have a question on
that. On that as well. That's why I asked him. I want to know who the VIPs are. Well, meanwhile, the Nigeria Police Force announced over the weekend that they deployed a special team to make sure that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's order of prohibiting police personnel for VIPs is adhered to. Police spokesperson Benjamin Hundeyin, in a post on X, revealed that the team has commenced a statewide monitoring operation across Lagos and assured members of the public that the Nigeria Police Force will continue to enforce this policy nationwide without fear or favor. Now, they have more police personnel trying to stop police VIPs. So who are this special team that have now been deployed? How many are they? I mean, what really is going on? Rufai, I know you want to tell us who these VVIPs are, but now we also have a team to stop the VIP protocol.
You can see the mockery of Nigeria. The police or President Tinubu made a law that they should withdraw police from VIP. The same law that they've been talking about. You know how many IG have said they should withdraw?
But this is a presidential directive.
So when the presidential directive was made, the police force cannot speak to his own officers. So they have to set up a task force, a team to watch. Somebody will have thought that you just everybody come to headquarters and you withdraw, isn't it? But the police does not trust this. It does not trust. It's not process.
Well, you heard Michael Kiri.
Wait, he doesn't trust it. So you have a boy that doesn't trust it. So you have to go and look for task force to implement with him. The police cannot just call.
They're within the police as well, right?
The police cannot just call people to say, okay, withdraw that. You know why? Because the withdrawing from VIP will cause problem. You know many police officers are benefiting from VIP, that they are shopping from VIP. You now want to withdraw their retirement benefits. So it will cause big problem for them. So that's why. And secondly, I don't know, Dr. Abati, it's obvious you don't live in Nigeria. And with due respect, maybe Professor Wole Soyinka, because he shuttles around, he still lectures, and great one. Is it today Seyi Tinubu has been carrying police protection? Please fact check me. Seyi Tinubu was probably using police protection before his father became president. Fact check me.
Ex-governor's son.
So, and Dr. Abati is saying, who is a VIP? It's not VIP. You are wrong. It's VVVVIP. He's the one and only. Ogo Eko, Ogo Lagos, future governor, Seyi Tinubu. Me o Simbe, I'm not there. It's Dr. Abati. He's saying all sorts about you. I defy my authorities to you. See, battalion, in fact, the worst person you can saw is not good enough. They should increase more. You know your life is under beginning. You are our future. Ogo Eko, Please,
Okay.
President Tinubu, increase
hold on.
Seyi Tinubu's security protection. Please, I'm sorry, Ayo. I'm sorry, please. With due respect, ignore Professor Wole Soyinka. He doesn't know what he's saying. No.
Okay.
Increase.
Okay. Right,
obviously,
fine.
you know I'm being sarcastic.
Yes, you're being sarcastic.
But I am telling you with humor the depth of the decadence in the system.
All right. I know you had a question. So I know the question borders on whether or not, and I want that to be what we are discussing now. Who are the VIPs? If a president's son is not considered a VIP?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I would have thought that the president's immediate family members have a right to some level of protection by the Nigerian state. And that's what I was going to confirm, because if you look at democracies like America, for instance, where we have a copy system, there's protection for the immediate wife and children. So what I feel is the abuse and the excessive use, because they are politically exposed, at least whilst their parents are in office. I know that in some countries it is up to a certain age, maybe under 16, and in some countries, because they are politically exposed, they have access to state protection. However, what we saw, or what Professor Soyinka describes, is a flagrant abuse of that protection. Because, I mean, he is politically exposed as a result of the fact that his father is president of Nigeria. But when you then have a battalion for Professor Soyinka, who is a family friend, to be shocked and to complain about this, especially at a time when we're talking about the fact that we don't have enough police officers, we don't have enough security operatives, then it is something to talk about. And I think that's where the issue is. It is just an abuse. And the fact that it's not just police president's sons, but even people, normal citizens. I've seen religious leaders go around with police escorts. I've seen people who can afford to pay maybe 30,000 naira a month go around the police escorts. Those are the things that we need to stop.
Has police escorts.
Those are the things we need to end.
We
have to go.
The first family is entitled to
That's
protection.
The question.
Now, what does the protocol list say?
Yes.
And then Professor Soyinka said, for Seyi Tinubu, the road was closed.
Yeah.
What kind of protection for first family is that? And then number 3, okay, will it be the case that all the children of the president, Seyi Tinubu is not the only son that he has. He has daughters too.
Well, I'm sure
so if they want to go anywhere, they will deploy Nigerian police.
Seyi Tinubu is not the only son, but it's Okolomo.
All right, so now, Dr. Abati, you're also saying that Seyi Tinubu is flouting the protocol because he's not considered VIP at this point. So that means his VIP will be withdrawn as well with this presidential directive.
He has enough money to recruit private guards.
Not ours.
He can apply to civil defense.
I hope that this is a
if the president gives a directive, let other people follow the example. Even within his own family.
Dr. Abati, with due respect, I want to challenge you. They're not born anybody to remove the police protection of Seyi Tinubu.
Not even the IGP.
They don't born away.
The Inspector General of Police.
They don't born away.
Please respect the office of the IGP.
They're not born away.
No.
Maybe the president.
You think I'm joking? You will see.
Well, Omoyele Show raised the point around the man that was detained and alluded to the fact that the president's son is almost more powerful than the IG of police and because of the fact that he's a directive. So we need to curtail those excesses.
You are quoting Showore.
No. I'm saying that example.
You are now quoting the opposition on this table.
No, I'm presenting
you are supporting the opposition.
Seyi Tinubu, I'm not there. It's Dr. Abati. He doesn't know your word too. Okolomo. Gomino Lola.
All right.
I'm not there.
Very important personnel. Well, all right. Now to politics in Rivers State. The much anticipated announcement of Governor Sim Fubara's defection from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress has been met with mixed reactions. The governor made the announcement during a stakeholders meeting in the government house in Port Harcourt. Addressing a crowd of supporters, Fubara stated that he joined the APC as a gesture of reciprocity and that without the support of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he would no longer be governor. Let's take a look.
Our only thank you to Mr. President is to support him. And we cannot support Mr. President in isolation. And we can't support Mr. President if we don't fully identify with him, not backyard support. So we have taken that decision today since we've gotten the pass. Everyone here who have followed me, who have suffered with me, our decision today, this evening, we are moving to APC. On your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand.
Well, all right. I mean, this is another defection that we have seen on your mandate, and it's all because of the PDP. So let me just quickly take this tweet from IJK, who wrote, "Since losing the 2015 elections, PDP has been a very useless opposition party, and its inability to manage its affairs has led to its hemorrhaging political depreciation. Rather than to find ways to bring itself back to political relevance, it has continued to engage in activities that further divides the ranks. Again, rather than accept its failures and seek help, it continued to blame the ruling power for steering Nigeria towards a one-party state. PDP is a rudderless ship, sinking faster than anyone could fathom. Maybe they should consider a merger with Labour Party, ADC, or APGA, because PDP, as we know, is going down." Well, in the same vein, Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke on Tuesday officially joined the Accord Party, just days after announcing that he's leaving the People's Democratic Party. The governor made the announcement at the banquet hall of the government house in the state and was presented his membership card by the national chairman of the party. Let's take a look.
His Excellency joined Accord on the 6th of November 2025. Excellency, as the national chairman of Accord, I hereby present officially your membership card to you.
Today, we unveil the new platform for the good people of Osun State, from Osun West to Osun East to Osun Central. This is our party, our new platform for victory come August next year. Osun voted for good governance in 2022, and they will support continuity in 2026. The mass of our people are for continuity, and Accord is our party for victory next year.
Well, Adeleke had announced his resignation on December 2nd, saying that it was due to persistent turmoil at the national level of the PDP. Now, with this defection, the PDP now has 6 governors, with Abu Kefas of Taraba State and Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau, who is now wanting to join. I mean, I've seen reports that he's saying he wants to join the APC. Even Kefas, yes. They're going to join the APC. So we've seen this story now from Osun State. Osun has gone to Accord, and of course we knew that Fubara was going to go to the APC, but he said that the PDP had done nothing for him, Dr. Abati, and one of the reasons why he left, why he's now on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's mandate, is because the PDP failed him. Your thoughts?
Well, in the case of Governor Sim Fubara, we have said nobody should be surprised, nobody should be shocked. This was a man who was removed from office for 6 months, March 18 to September 18. And as they say in common parlance, his eyes saw Pepe, both in the hands of the godfather, Nyesom Wike minister and godfather of Rivers politics. And then after him, they brought Ibo Kete Ibas, Vice Admiral, who has now been rewarded with nomination for ambassadorial appointment. So in the case of Governor Fubara, it's a case of if you cannot beat them, You better join them. 72 hours after members of the House of Assembly, led by Martin Amewewule, jumped to the APC, it was also an orphan all over again. So did you expect him to wait till they would impeach him a second time? He may not receive the kind of sympathy he got the first time. So he needed to preserve himself. After all, they say survivor is the first law.
Yes.
As for Governor Adeleke, it's also a very pragmatic move. Yes. Okay, I was saying there is trouble in APC in Osun State. The APC members who wanted to be on the primaries on December 16, they were disqualified, Omishore and co. So they are fighting within the APC. Even if he wanted to go to the APC, the people in the APC don't even want him. And then PDP, you don't know which one is the authentic fashion. So he has now gone to Accord and he's now doing thumbs up, and he will try to build that party. Maybe when he wins, he will go back to PDP. Right. Maybe, if the PDP still exists. Finally, earlier on, I mentioned some states that are still on the in the opposition. I forgot to mention Anambra. Anambra is still Apuga.
But he's going to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay.
He came out to say that. 100%.
He's still an Apuga, Apuga state.
He's almost APC.
Okay.
So
we face the threat of a one-party state.
This is what it is. This is what it appears to be. But you know, also, I would say kudos.
Abia is Labour. I mentioned that.
Well, Abia speaks favorably of President Tinubu.
Yes.
Also,
but I don't think Governor Alexuti is talking about going to APC.
It will not defend.
Well,
but it speaks favorably.
But correct. I feel like Adeleke did great. A complete game changer in Osun State at this point. The fact that he moved to Accord Party, not to, of course, not to the APC. But obviously, we also saw the story yesterday or the day before where the first lady was in his state and she received that chieftaincy title, the Yeye. Of what? Gbogbo Ile-Ife, yes, where she, Odua, where she actually, was speaking with the governor and, trying to time him. But, like people had said, it appeared to be a brotherly sort of conversation when, that's some of the analysis that I had seen online. That it wasn't much of a disrespect. It was a beautiful party. You'd seen even after the party, they were all dancing. They were both dancing together. Your thoughts on that really quickly before we move.
Well, some people said it was brotherly. Others, a lot of others said that it was disrespectful to the governor, and especially because it was done publicly. And this is what we say, that you can be a wife or a friend in private. When it comes to state events and where you have to follow protocol, he is the property of the state at that time. And I believe that the proper respect ought to have been accorded to him. The next day she came out to wish his wife a happy 60th birthday to show that they are friends. But I think that the presidency and the family do not need negative press at this time. And so maybe it's just an opportunity to be aware of the fact that you are in public. You can have private discussions and private banter. But when it comes to that office, you have to respect the office. It's not about the man.
I disagree. I saw the video. There was nothing brotherly or sisterly about that behavior. Mrs. Tinubu insulted the governor of Osun State. No, please. Don't put lipstick on it. It was off limits. She had no right to talk to him rudely in that manner. But what I will praise here is Governor Adeleke's maturity.
He was so mature.
He acted in a matured manner.
Very
Don't come and say brotherly.
I said it was disrespectful.
But she didn't say.
Just go straight to the point.
Yes, I said
and say it was insulting, it was disrespectful. It should not happen again. The wife of the president is not a headmistress over governors. No.
We just delivered in different ways. I said it was disrespectful.
We just say it straight.
I just said it. We just delivered in different ways.
You have changed your mind.
No, Dr. Abasi, you can rewind it. I said it was disrespectful. I said you can have a private relationship.
It was rude.
You can have a private relationship, but in public,
it wasn't I that said that. I said I have seen some comments that people said is a brotherly thing. You have seen the videos of them dancing right after that actual incident occurred. They were dancing, hugging each other. They are very good friends at this point. Well, all right. What would we say? Congratulations.
All right. I like the way Abati came in on this one because Ayo was bending her mouth to speak truth to power. She's usually not like this. Yeah, sometimes when it comes to top personas like this, you see people start to bend their mouth to talk. What is wrong is wrong. That's my slogan. That's what I believe on. If it's wrong, I won't support it. I'm not part of it. I can never be part of it. But yes, I applaud Abati for calling out Ayo there to speak properly. Then she was able to reverse back and strengthen her submission. I appreciate every one of you right there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Mother for all Mommy Diaspora, good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all that you do for us. I appreciate you, my brother Abu Aziz. Thank you very much for all that you do. I appreciate you all right there, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Eva Line, Love Maduka, Mother Peggy Modi, Mother Eugenia, many more. A lot of you have commented today, so I'm not going to be able to mention all names, but I want you guys to know that I appreciate everybody for your precious time with us here every day. It's not easy to do this, it's by your encouragement that you see that's why we are here. I have to quickly say something concerning Wole Soyinka. At least finally he find his voice, to speak truth to power. Finally. I don't know if this whole voice or submission from him is hypocritical, but for me, when I see the people that have criticized doing the right thing, I still say it. I'm not part of some of you. If you don't like people, whatever they say, you're not interested. I'm a very, very different person. So I applaud Wole Soyinka for this particular one over the excessive security protection of the first of the first son of Nigeria. Yes, on that. When people keep talking out like this, I think that will be very, very helpful, especially people that have a very big voice like Wole Soyinka. Yes, we appreciate that. As for Fubara, it's very, very disgraceful. The particular video that Ojo played just now was shocking, because I didn't see that particular video yesterday. Yeah, that video was shocking. Yes, sir.
Who are you praising?
I'm not praising anybody. I'm recognizing Wole Soyinka.
Let's concentrate on the word. All they put in name, join now.
And it doesn't matter. I have to do it.
They are useless people.
Don't worry. When you get to your submission, you give yours. Don't worry. Yes. As for Fubara, for me, he's very proud and very, very rejoiceful that he moved to APC. He's very, very fortunate. This is where we find ourselves, when politicians don't care about you and I, they only care about themselves. This is why you see I kept using the word that these guys have been recycling themselves since Nigeria was created. I believe you beginning to believe me now. As for Peter Obi will remove Tinubu in 2027. Eunice Atanko believe that so much and all that. So I don't know about you. I want us to talk on that particular one later on when we start a proper holistic submissions on this platform. Then as for Adeleke, he moved to Accord. Some people have been saying now since yesterday that why can't Peter Obi move to Accord as well and all that? Why some people are saying that Accord is owned by Tinubu? I don't know, allegedly. A lot is going on social media right now. If Accord is owned by Tinubu and all that, blah, 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 I'm not aware. I don't know anything about Accord Club. Or is it party or club? I don't know, party. So I don't know anything about that party at all. But for Peter Obi to move to that particular place, I don't know. To be honest, this one, I will skip this because I want to hear from you guys on that particular one. But meanwhile, I would like us to quickly listen to how Rufai sarcastically mock, what's his name? Buala.
Maga Buala.
Rufi, why did he come on a day that you were not around? That's a big question.
Buala. He came on the day I'm not around.
I was so disappointed about that.
You should come again.
I was so disappointed.
You should come again.
Because you guys have scores to settle.
Plenty. Buala, my brother. They say for the ambassadorial list, they say they put some funny names for there.
Funny names. Funny names, number one.
Oh my goodness.
Now the ambassadorial list, now these people, President Tinubu say make we wait for 2 years.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Now these people, now President Tinubu say make we wait for 2 years. Now these people, the set of people we not see for them. So I don't know. In fact, Undume talks they put dead body. They put dead body. So President Tinubu say make we wait for dead body for ambassador list for 2 years.
They will revoke your Nigerian passport. How you mind?
I put the mic here. And so President Tinubu say make we wait for dead body for 2 years. Then which other one happen again? So, they said we've released over 100 students. So now government and bandits now they get arranged here because we know the greasy arrest of bandits now release of people. So it be like saying that just they carry people now, will kidnap people on holiday, they will go leave, they will come back.
NSA, they are doing well.
They are doing well.
They are okay. They are no harm. He knows how they are feeling. They give them weekly reports on their body.
You know, say Nigeria and cruise every day. At the year, you know, say it is well. You get better. You know, say Nigeria and cruise will be same. Matawale say they qualify for defense minister of state. As they make Matawale showing qualification, waiting make Matawale qualify. So. Is in Nigeria and a cruise. In fact, one of my new missions this new year, because I don't tire to shout. Now to start satire. Now satire I want they do now. Baba. Now satire I want they do now. Waiting the happen. Yeah, let's adjust. Who go and buy the drinks? Let's declare something.
Hey, I trust.
Let's declare.
Rufa is just something else. You know, if you check this guy sometimes, you know, he's just but nevertheless, I would like you guys because he said something very, very significant. These guys release people and they don't arrest the kidnappers. Why? Watch this video. They could not watch this video. Oh, I don't watch it. Everybody with it, it's not now they go carry crops. So. I want to whether I will notice something for this video. You know, go talk. Let's see if I will notice something. Oh, everybody wait there, all these children, so they kidnap them for the past how many days? Okay, make I talk one thing where I feel notice. All their clothes where they wear, kidnappers get washing machine where they take wash all of them for them and then they come out. They can't pack all of the people watching, but they can't wash and they can't hang on now. God, no, this country.
They're gonna give them Chelsea jersey and Liverpool
Ah,
own.
God. No single stay for any of the clothes. Oh. They hang on now, they wash all of them. And they are there for how many weeks, how many days. Eh? Ah, those kidnappers, they are very good though. They iron everything. They clean them. Oh God. Our government they try, Jare. Oh, Jare. Yeah. I hope say Donald Trump see this video. I believe so because of Donald Trump, now they're going.
Now Donald Trump they do all this charade, so you don't know. There's
Hi,
no
God.
kidnapping.
Eh? See as they clean. Ah, God.
Nigeria
Oh.
watch.
Yes, my brother.
They not kidnap these children. They not kidnap them. Now lie they
Eh?
talk.
So are you
Now
telling
lie
me
they
that
talk.
no, but if I say they really kidnap them, just that the kidnapper iron their clothes, wash them for them.
No, they not
Simple.
kidnap them. They not kidnap them.
For you?
Yes, they did not
Okay.
kidnap them. Even though they
All
understand
right.
what they happen.
The last video that I have for you guys is from Natasha Akpoti.
Hello everyone, this is Senator Natasha Akpoti representing Kogi Central. Today is my 46th birthday and celebrating in a big way. I decided to build 6 houses for each.
Natasha build houses, they dash people.
Of my legislative aid. So we have already commissioned 2 houses, one for Hamza Lamisi in OK local government, another for Etidai Salami in Adavi, and right now we're in Okene local government. And this particular house, look at it over there, is special. There's a special story behind it, and the owner of the house doesn't know that the house belongs to him, so we're going to capture his surprise together. And his name is Abdul Babamba. He's actually an uncle to my children. I was married to his relative, and even though the marriage failed, that's my ex, Abdul remained committed to me. He's always cared for me and the children, even before I met my husband now. And then he's been very special, and he's an integral part of my team. And then he's worked with me, even though he's a legislative aide. He also couples up with conducting paint works, and he does POP works as well. So we contracted him to build this house as well, and he doesn't know the house belongs to him. So in order to get him here, we told him to come over and fix the POP that we noticed some of the work wasn't good enough. So he's in the house now. He doesn't know the house is for him, and he built it like he also helped build the other 2. It's so interesting. So he doesn't have any of his family members here because, like we said, this is a surprise. But the few of us who have been driving around commissioning the projects, look at us. So let's go into the house. We'll just surprise him. No. Yes, let's go into this house. It's a 3-bedroom house. Yeah. This is a surprise. Yeah. Can we have someone hold my phone, please? Can we have someone hold my phone?
Hello. Hello.
No, no, okay, no, not this way. Make sure you capture everything. When I'm speaking, I want to capture his expression. Do you understand? No, it's better, because he knows the person, he knows the video. Do you understand?
This woman, there's no way she's not going to become president for Nigeria someday. Hey, this woman, no, I'm just proud of her.
Make sure you focus. Is he around? Is he here?
He has been working. He's working.
Where's the worker here?
Where's the worker here? Who's having the POP work?
POP man. Where's head of POP?
Press the camera because of the reaction. Just start your camera. Man, you blame him for delaying the work. As if it's just 11.
How are you? Well done, I can see you did a lot of work. Is everything okay here? And in other rooms, everything is fine, right? Okay, well done. So, I just say congratulations, this is your house. Stand up. It's okay, stand up now. Eh? Right. It's okay, stand up. Like he's been working on this house, he didn't know this is his house. Stand up now, it's okay. Right. Okay. I don't know. No, it's not a big deal.
Why is this man crying now? You are supposed to be a soldier.
You've been there for me. We've worked together all through. I've known you for, should I say, 20 years. You were a very little boy then. And you've been a good uncle to Nadia and Zayn. And even though things went south, with the family, you've always stayed committed through my journey in SDP and into Filipino. Stand up, please. Congratulations. Had him to build in his own house. So he was building his own house, not that it was his house. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank God. We just give God the glory, So I think congratulations. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I think we should stay outside and take a picture with him like we did.
It's okay.
Okay, I need to stop that video there. It's quite long. I want to say thank you so much, Senator Natasha. You have made us all proud all the time. I'm a huge supporter, or rather a huge fan of Senator Natasha. Whenever she decides she wants to run for presidency, I will always be there for her. I've always been a fan during the time she came to Edo State to repair the federal road in Edo State that time. And I never ever had the year of her like that, while our former governor of Edo State, Sitani Obaseki, refused to do that particular road. She came in to do the road then. She spent over 300 million naira according to the estimate at that particular time. Then she went on that she's going to ask for a refund if the federal government will give it to her. But still, I'll leave all that right there. But I'd like us to start talking right now, my people. Now, God bless you. Now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you right there once again. Nobody don't buy me coffee since. If you can, press on the dollar sign, just buy us a coffee. God bless you all. Madam Origin, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you and for all that you do. God bless you. Thank you, everyone right there. In case I can see you, thank you. Now, God bless you now. Let's start talking. I don't know, nobody's calling in right now. I'm just going to move on to Black Panther straight away. We only have 2 people on the panel. For those of you that want to join us, please come in on time. But I'm not posting link again because once my 2 panelists finish talking right now, then we move on. Because these are 2 big voices right there. Black Panther, talk to me, sir. Good evening to you.
My brother.
Thank you.
You will reign forevermore with God's strength. You will reign, no? Because
Amen.
it is only the good people that will water the earth and reign over the earth, so that many will see the grace of God. God will bless you for what you are doing. I want to thank Mommy Diaspora. You are a mom with a different. May God bless you. Keep you for us. Maybe someday when we come to UK, we will not see you. When you see me, I will not display for you well. I want to thank everyone that has spoken. I want to thank Brother Rita. God bless you, man. I enjoyed your submission yesterday. And I want to thank everyone that has been hooked up to Naija Wash, addicted to truth. May God bless every one of you. And let's keep that flame flying. It's somehow discouraging, but let's just keep on moving. We have no other place but Nigeria. I want to start from Madam the senator. I am easily moved by the goodness people portray. I am easily moved, and I expected that. And so that woman is a woman of she's just different among millions. She just single out herself. She's just different. She's just a different person, and she's doing something that is so with gold, with the mind of gold. She's doing it with the heart of Christ. Simple. Not bogus like all those people they carry military all around your place. Doesn't have money that will not make anything. She made that man. She make him to work and earn a living. And after all, she came with a blessing to bless that man. That because you humble yourself, you brought yourself, and you did not look at anything but focus on some God goodness. Because she's good. He did not look at the fault from Natasha, but she looked at the goodness, how she's so simple, and she does not think about herself, but she's thinking about the people. Her aim and objective is to focus on the people development, developing a land where she comes from, and in return making Nigeria, like, we still have people that have golden hearts. And I'll pick Natasha. She has a golden heart, a woman with compassion, a woman with the love of Christ in her. She's a blessing to her generation. She's a blessing to her tribe. She's a blessing to her state. Many might not see, but I have seen the goodness. I've seen her portraying Christ, delivering Christ to people. And that is what God said we should do. Open your heart. This thing we are doing, we all leave it. Let's not put too much value. I've seen a woman that doesn't even put value on anything. She goes on, do it. A woman that will tar a road connecting two states. Without no God, the state government assistance. She did it with her own money. Her hard-earned money she worked hard for. Without no man on her side, she did it. Without no hearsay, without no side talk, she just went on, did it. That is a woman with a golden heart. I doubt if we have such women like this. There are few. That's why I say she has a golden heart. May God bless her and make her, if she comes around to go for a bigger position, I think I have to be at the front run to campaign for her. I will be at the front burner to campaign for her with authority and audacity. I want to go on to one thing that, yes, I spoke yesterday. I said Nigerians are missing it. We are not putting our eyes on the ball. Now, people of Nigeria as a federation, we have disappointed ourselves. We have seriously disappointed ourselves because we go for the infinitesimal things and leave the big thing that we are all fighting for, the big apple. Rather, we are going from the crumb, we are going for the crumbs. Now, if you don't know the design, if you don't know how to weaken the forces that are against us, they've given us a weapon and we did not recognize the weapon. We are shouting, terror is here, terror is there, terror is there. If you don't know, today you will know. Do you know what it means to get in-depth information, sacred information? You have to pay millions of naira to get this information. And I want to thank Sahara reporters. I want to thank them. Because of them, I've been going around a lot of doing my own research on my own. And what he did was superb. Superb. I know he might have spent a lot of money, but God will replenish that money for them in Jesus' mighty name. The thing we should be fighting for, the thing we should be shouting all over the globe to buttress our fact that this thing is a gang up against us as a nation. Some few individuals that have risen up, that have stolen the wealth of the country and have given it to the hands of the illiterates. The Fulanis, they have gang up because they are running a cartel of our resources all over the country. And they have gathered wealth in the billions of dollars, not in millions again, in the billions of dollars. And we are here. These are sponsors of what we are getting today, what they are delivering to us, killing the people, killing our children, killing pregnant women. The cause of this, people that cause it, the generals are there. They are saying it every day. You've seen them, but none of us are mentioning them. One, El-Rufai. El-Rufai came out to say, we sponsor, we brought these people in. And nobody still, people are not talking, bringing him to the limelight so that the world will know him. He's hiding now. He's hiding all around, giving press briefing and hiding his home because he is the general they've been talking about. Number two, the Sultan of Sokoto. That one is the man, the traditional head that blessed them, the religious head that blessed those people. The Sultan of Sokoto, hear me very well. Take to the bank, go and research on it. The thing you take to the bank will yield dividends. Number four, the 23, that's the Musketeers, the 33 Musketeers. The ones that they've given wealth. And the purpose for them giving them wealth was to finance all this. There are other Bogons we don't want to mention. Matawale is number 3 on the list. Matawale, your defense is number 3 on the list. Now, the 23, they are there. They are all allergies. Young boys, 1961, born 1961, some 1975. Young men that are controlling wealth of the North. And nobody is talking about it. All of us are going from Harrison to this. Harrison that you will hand over to the police. You are busy discussing him. As if you discuss Harrison, Nigeria will change. Or their mindset that is already corrupt. Deeply inside corruption and nepotism. You think that will change it? Harrison will not change any mindset of anybody. There are some people that are committing aiding and abetting, they don't know. It's because we don't have good security system in Nigeria. If not, those that came out and said Harrison is part of the gang that are kidnapping, they should have been arrested. They should have been arrested because they know all these things. They withheld critical information on their own. Allow them to portray themselves. And now they are coming out because they want to make money on air. They want to get crowd. Is that what we should be doing today? Yes, we can criticize him and call on the police, the IG of police, to get him arrested and proceed to the court and let that case be the case of the court. Let justice be served. You don't go around say he thief fowl, he thief hen. What's my business? All of you that are talking this thief hen, don't you have a bad part? If they bring your own and go worse past Harris your own. But I'm not supporting it. But what I wanted us to be talking about, hand him over to the police, shout on the IG, prosecute him, take it to court, let him go and serve in jail. Because what we are seeing now, they will cover it up, it will disappear. Nobody will go to jail. Nobody will go to jail. But we are discussing, hey, Harris is thief goat, he did this. That is not what we should be talking about. That is not effective. Write a petition against the IG of Nigeria Police to should proceed to the court and let justice be served. You can't be aiding and abetting criminality, and we stop speaking English in our comfort zone, saying he thief foul. What the hell is that? That's why some people will come here that Nigeria is not civilized. I'll support that idea. I support that word. We are not yet civilized. Because in a civilized situation, you would have petitioned the IG to proceed to court. Because it's against the state. What he did is against the state. Not only to the people that called him, he's against the state. He has overshot his boundary, and therefore he should go to court for further hearing. That's all. Case closed. Let's go to the people that are funding terrorism in Nigeria. People that are doing all this thing. El-Rufai, Matawale, the Sultan of Soko, those three main men, they are the bedrock of it all. And to crown it all, your vice president. You see how why they are silent? They are all silent, going around, doing a convocation, going to give people chieftain title. They are hiding under the umbrella of doing good, going to parties. That's what they are doing. They don't want to talk on this issue because they are the people sponsoring it, and our government are not doing anything, and they are not ready to do anything because your president has already taken a list, conditions, and he has already agreed for the Americans to come in. It's right there now. It's right there. You guys don't know. They are doing surveillance. They are coming in. He has agreed because there are some things he cannot fulfill. He is supposed to enact a new law to throw away that constitution. Because what we are here, what we are doing now, what he's doing now, everything constitution they gave him is a new bed of the constitution, which they do not want to agree. But when the American government will pin them down, those who sponsoring the members of the National Assembly, they are sponsoring them. They will all bow to the pressure of coming out with a new constitution. Like I told you people, when I started, I said Nigeria need a new constitution. I knew all these gigantic Sharia law was inside now. Because some of us don't study. When we say it, one of us will come and say, Black Panther, they do say to no. Anything I say, if I am wrong, I will apologize that I'm saying it. If I am sarcastic, I will say I'm sarcastic. It's right there in your constitution. I was saying this. Sharia law is there. But someone said, no, it's not there. They are going to do a bypass. That was wrong. It's there. Even a lawyer said, a lawyer about it. He told you all that is there. About but they were covering it. Now that they are talking about the new constitution, because when you want to remove a Sharia law, automatically you are going to bring down the constitution. Yes, you cannot remove it because they won't agree. They won't agree. The only way they will agree, the only way you can force them is that we want a new constitution. Without a new constitution, Nigeria will remain like this till this war, Russia and America fight. Nigeria will be like this. You see, people don't want to know how to create a new nation. Nigeria will be like this. The reason your politicians are behaving like animals, it is because they know there is no law that can eat them. There is no law that can bring them down. Because they are the law. They are the constitution. Because your constitution told a lie. That we the people, that's the first lie. No country on earth can take that lie. Anybody that will come here and start talking about solution to Nigeria without not mentioning the constitution, that person is aiding and abetting the crime committed by this government and the insurgent, the Boko Haram, the terrorists. Any mad born of a woman that will come here not mentioning the constitution to a report of a country which we have never done in the history of humankind. Nigeria has never written a constitution. We have been borrowing constitution all over the place, all over the world. We have been borrowing it. Now, it now come to me that I have said it several times. I asked this question, why is the British silent? And they proved it to me 4 days ago, why they are silent. Because they are aiding and abetting all the criminality. I've said it here, I said it raw, but you do not believe. But Boris Johnson, the former Prime Minister of UK, spoke in Imo at the Economic Summit. He said he's so glad that we have partners like Nigeria. That he's so happy saying it. He said Britain and Nigeria, there's what they do. It's called trade by barter. We give Nigeria whiskey. You hear me now? We give Nigeria whiskey, and Nigeria gives us the crude oil. Are you hearing it? He said we supply Nigeria whiskey, and Nigerian government gives us crude oil. Crude oil. They have been getting your, when we are saying it here every time, you people you should not know, you should go and research. The British are taking our oil for free. That is why they are silent. That is why they are silent about Kanu. That's why they've been silent about Kanu for a long time, and they will remain silent to their grave. Because this is inhumanity. This is evil against humanity, against a nation where human beings like them live. They subjected us into tattered nation. They don't want us to become a nation. Even the Fulani said they gave them Nigeria because they are in the Sahel. They are saying it. And look at what Boris Johnson said. It's not me that is saying it too. He said give Nigeria whiskey, then Nigeria give them crude oil. And some of you are in Britain there, you are laughing. When America talk, you be now they shout, yeah. Whiskey. We the produce Ogogoro for River State. We the produce for Delta. We can bleach it. We can put something there that will make it smell nice. But Britain is giving us whiskey for us to be drunk. We not our people were our forefathers were drunk. Now gave them the crude oil. Now don't say now that is Nigeria for you. We should sit down and have a nation. Go and look at how nations are created. We have AI. You must come into an agreement. If you want to have a good police force, if you want to have any, whether you want to recruit or you want to do science AI, you want to use science, you want to use technology in your whatsoever you want to do, you must have a good constitution that will bring all of us together and speak with one voice. Under one God, we are equal. If we don't do that, all this one we are talking about will continue, because the wicked people, they want to elongate it so that they can do more damage. They are praying that America does not come fully. They are praying that the government of America should change to Democrat, because those ones are liberals. They would allow them to shift so that they can finish what they want to do. They've gone to Turkey to ask how Turkey did it. That is why Gumi went there, because the Turkey government is in support of them. They know your Matawale that you call that one, that rogue. He went to Saudi Arabia to sign a defense pact. That's why I say we don't have the same defense policy. I have this question here. He went to Saudi Arabia on behalf of Nigeria to sign a defense pact with Saudi Arabia that United States is securing their land for them. What does that tell you? Is it a defense pact? The answer is no. He went there to do something that you and I does not know, but they called it defense pact. How can you have a defense pact with a lazy dog that is being protected by the West, by the United States? all their defense, anything. If America walks out of there, Iran will come into Saudi Arabia and take it over. And these are the people. Matawale is calling to come and give us defense. What do Saudi Arabia have? What do they produce? What do they produce in terms of defense? Tell me. Matawale went there. It's on the page. It's on your internet. Go and search it. I use 4 hours every day. The less I will use is 3 hours after working. So if some of you say I don't have time, there is time if you create time. This is our country. We must create time for it. We must not leave it for Nigeria watch alone. You have to do your own due diligence to research. Don't come and listen to some lies. Technology rules the world. America has just produced an AI jet. It's going to come out 2027. They are releasing it. Where AI will just ramble your country anyhow. They will take over. You know, nobody's flying it. Is it flew right from America to Africa? It can go as long, as far as they want to fly it. And we are here, sitting down, carrying foot soldiers to go and face people that your generals, your ex-general trained them. Do you know that it's Nigerian general that trained those bandits how to handle AK-47 assault rifle? They didn't just go to the bush and started using the gun. No. Somebody trained them, and it is Nigerian soldiers that trained them. The ex-generals that want trained them. That is why one of the retired general, if that comes from the Middle Belt, your soldiers, your military is in cahoots with them. I just give you one information now. The ex-generals, they were the ones that trained these bandits on how to use an assault rifle to aim at targets and to use it selflessly. Last 2 weeks ago, a trailer load, this is the information I'm giving you, it's on the net. If you don't search, you will get a trailer load of assault rifle. Nigeria made AK-47, I don't know what they call their own. They were taking it to the north to distribute in the bandit, but Nigeria Army intersected it. They won't say it out. They won't say it out. They won't say it out. But Nigeria military intersected it. Only God will know where it took. The man that has been doing all this evil penetration into Nigeria was the former custom general. The one that Buhari, the late Yeye Buhari, he will never rest in peace. He is that is the man that has been bringing inflows of weapons into your Nigerian space. Where is he now? Where is he? Did you hear about him? He has gone. That is why they keep on, whenever they get into government, they hold the custom, they hold immigration, and they hold the military, and hold the Nigerian police. That's all. Your country is sealed. They can bring in anything. That is why they keep your border open in the north, and they lock your border that brings economic dividends in the south. They lock it up. Because they know if they cage you, you'll be shouting, you concentrate on your tummy, while they do the damage and take over your country. That is what they are doing. But I told you, they cannot do this because we are in the 21st century. Information flows because it's in our hand. We must make use of information because information is an empowerment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Black Panther, for that long submission. Because we are not much here today, that's why I allow you to speak that much. And there was a lot to learn from your submission. Calling out Nigerians for everybody to speak and put in the energy to see how we can have a better country. I like that. God bless you, my brother. Thank you very much, Mother Peggy Modi. I'm very, very grateful for the super chat double. Thank you. Your pocket never run dry. God bless you, man. Okay, I would like to call on Mother Rita to talk to us. Mother Rita, it's good to have you. Good evening to you, man. Talk to us.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Good evening. Good evening to my lovely mommy Diaspora Lame and Mr. Black Panther. That's a very powerful submission. I need to go back and listen to everything. And Mr. Tunanja, good afternoon. Greetings to everybody in the comment section. Stella Masemedo, Peggy Modi, Abuazi, Johnson Manuel, everybody there. Greetings to you all. I don't know what was played. I think I came into when you were talking about Sim Fubara, I think, or Adelika, I can't remember, but I'm just going to start with Natasha Apoti Uduaga. I'm very, very proud of her. I'm very, very proud of Natasha Apoti. At least we have another Natasha that is mentally stable. She's doing some good things out there, inspiring people, and just loving the country that she's in. She just loves the country and she loves people. If you want to be a politician, you have to love people. That's what it is for you, because if you want to serve, it means that you love people and you want people to do better with the skills that you have, with the technical, with the knowledge that you have, and Natasha is just expressing it out to everyone. She's just an amazing woman. I want to thank her. I know some people were like, oh, why is she building a house for her aide? Probably working with her. The other people who are homeless in Kogi. Listen, she's just a senator and she's just doing what a senator would do. There's nothing really special per se, but we are acknowledging this because of the kind of country we're coming from. We can see the abject poverty and what is happening, to people who are supposed to be serving the country, the kind of lifestyle they're living, including their children. So seeing one person out of the pack doing something quite different, she deserves some sort of accolades. Yes, she deserves it. Many people could do more, and I believe she could do more if she's giving more of the resources that she's getting. I don't even know if she spends her personal money, because the kind of things that I'm seeing her do, it's amazing. It's not just this house building. She does other things and very, very innovative things. I just want to say, keep doing very well, Natasha Akoti Uduaghan. But see, in all of this, I have to mention this. People talk about alpha women. There's nothing like alpha women. It doesn't exist. At least, well, that's my own opinion. But when you see a strong woman doing the talk, not just talking, it's not that she's an alpha woman. In this case, there are two parts. There are women like this that are not married, but they're just sacrificing and doing stuff for the society because of the love of the people. In this case, Natasha Uduaghan, she's married to Chief Jolomi Uduaghan. That's why I always want to give this guy, I just want to give that chief his accolades. Yes, I'm giving the chief his accolades. Men need to understand this thing. This is the reason why I'm saying this. An alpha woman doesn't exist. When a woman like Natasha is married, she's in politics, she loves people, she's outspoken, she's educated, she's innovative, she's talking the talk and walking the walk. In the midst of wolves, in the midst of intimidation, in the midst of sexual harassment, in the midst of slander that are not true, she's still doing. She still has a man that's standing beside her. People, men, I'm talking to you. Please listen. You are great. You have potentials. You can do better than what you're doing right now. Yes, you can do better than what you're doing right now. And I mean in every ramifications of your life, whether you're married, you're single, whether you have children, you don't have children, you can do better than what you're doing right now. Nigerian men, please take a cue from Chief Jolomi Oduaghan, a man that wants his wife to shine, a man that has recognized his wife's potential, a man that's understood the love, the passionate love this woman has for her people. Let her shine. All the accolades, really, of whatever this woman is doing is really going to Chief. Duagan. That's the truth. Even if she's a politician right now. Yes, and I'm sure she has been in a relationship where the men can't handle her love for service. It's basically service. What she's doing is service. People who really want to serve are the ones that should be in politics. But what we have today is people who are so erupt in gluttony. They're gluttons. They just want to eat and eat until they explode. But this woman, she just wants to serve. She just wants to serve. And her husband is supporting her, regardless of the vicious cycle that she's in. Mr. Elvis, please, I would ask you to please, can you just give a clap for Chief Uduaghan? He deserves it. He deserves it. A man that's always with this woman, even behind the scenes or on the scenes. Listen, he deserves it. He deserves it. Chief Uduaghan, you deserve it, sir. Thank you very much for standing beside her with all the lies that they've said about her. Listen, let me tell you out there, woman, whether you were married second or twice before, there's always a man that would believe in you, that would stand for you, that would not feel threatened, that would understand you. If you're in a relationship where the man doesn't understand you and wants to pull you down, please step away. You do not belong there. You don't belong there. And in the end, men, you can do better. Men, you have all the potentials to make your children greater than you are, to make your wife better than what she's doing, to inspire her. When Natasha is talking, she's talking with so much confidence. Where do you think that confidence is coming from? It's coming from the fact that she has a backbone, a very strong man beside her, no matter what. That's why she's confident. That's why she smiles like, I don't care what you guys are saying. But when I go home, I have a backbone that's going to stand by me. Whether you people don't like me or not, or whether you want to see anything about me, I have a backbone. Confidently, she appreciates the man. Yes, she does. And the man appreciates her. And I want to say thank you so much. I know, Natasha, you can do more than what you're doing. It's really not, you can say it's a big deal to own a house for someone to just give you a house for free. I mean, you all live in the diaspora. It's so hard. Even the government doesn't give you, nothing is free. There's no free lunch anywhere. But obviously, she has said that this man has stood by her. He's a former in-law, and he's a hardworking person. But for Natasha to recognize his hard work, and he deserves that. He deserves it. And she has seen that, oh, perhaps this man has been on rent for a long time. Let me build him a house. This is what is called leadership, building people, not because you want to use them, but because you have seen that they are dedicated, they are honest, and whatever it is they're doing, they do it with their full heart. He was building that house with his full heart, not knowing that it was his house. So I don't care if I use all my minutes for this woman, but because people need to recognize that other part, not just what you see on TV, but what's happening behind the scenes. It speaks a lot of stories. You can get a lot of stories out of Natasha, even as women out there, whether you're a Muslim or Christian, or you wear a baklava or whatever, a burqa or whatever, you can do things in your society. Love people. Natasha loves people. When Mr. Elvis talked about how she even helped with the roads, that was happening in those states. When that coward Godwin Obaseki ran away, he couldn't enter the federal government. This woman is not even from Kogi State. But just take a look at what she did. With her 300 million, that's a lot of money, man. That some people have never seen in their entire life. But this woman, she was just selfless. It's not for Kogi people. Edo State had a governor, but she did it because she loves people. She just want to see what is the reason why people are suffering. I mean, for crying out, if I can do it, why not? Let me just do it. She's not doing it to be popular, because she loves people, and she believes that people should have a good quality of life. People shouldn't be struggling about the most basic thing of good roads, clean water, and a roof over your head. That is the basis of service. You are trying to serve people. People understand this. It's not just in politics, in anything that you're doing, especially if you're in the service industry. You love people, you want to serve them. That is so humbling. She could have used all her money to start acquiring houses in Dubai, south of France, I mean, in London, in Spain, everywhere. She'll have used it and just be like doing whatever it is Akpabio wants her to do and not give a rat's behind about anything or people. At the end of the HS, she leaves. They will even revote her again. If she gives them rice and beans, they will vote her again. But she's not doing that. I use this word, S-E-E-N. Seen. Seen. When people are seeing what she's doing, she's not just talking. It's being done. We are seeing it. This is on a personal level now. She's doing this now. People are like, oh, do you have to put it on social media? Yeah, she put it on social media. For those of you who are multi-billionaires, it's not just saying I'm a billionaire, I'm a millionaire. You're saying it proudly. What are you doing to change somebody's life? What are you really doing to change somebody's life? There's a lot of people right now who are going through a lot. This Christmas season, many people are going through a whole lot. Many people have lost people this period. Many people are traumatized. What are you doing for somebody? Please remember that people are going through a lot. The IDP camp, people, I know everybody has their own personal issues, but the IDP camp, people around you, your neighbors from where you grew up, where are they? Do something for somebody. Just do something for somebody. Do something. It doesn't have to be whatever your capacity is. Just do something. Natasha, thank you very much. And Chief Uduaga, thank you very, very, very much, sir. Thank you. God bless you, sir. And moving along, as for Wole Soyinka's comments, I'm just see. I think I saw it was yesterday. Wole Soyinka is saying like what we say here every day. Okay, the difference is that he's a more influential person, and you know, with that fact, for him to even say that, okay, people will probably have their ears raised up like a fox to say, okay, hello, somebody as big as this, somebody as influential as this, somebody who is a friend of the man from Body Loan is criticizing his son, you know, and I actually checked, I checked the Nigerian Constitution. There's no provision about having special protective measures on families of office holders in the Constitution. However, following protocol, security protocol, is expected that, no, before I go there in the Constitution part, there's nothing in the Constitution that says that Seyi Tinubu or, you know, whatever, you know, anybody in the political position that their wives and children or their immediate family should be protected one way or the other. What the Constitution says is that whoever is holding that seat, one of the primary responsibilities is to protect lives and property, ensure that people are secured, generally for the entire country. Nobody is a sacred cow. But for security protocol, it is expected that, you know, the children of, you know, public office holders possibly would have, and this is on the discretion, is on discretional basis, have some sort of protection. But when it's done in an overzealous way, like Seyi Tinubu, I'm not even surprised. Look at what his father said. Look at what his wife did. You know, this is where it's kind of questionable, and it's even a shame that, you know, a lot of people in the National Assembly, they're not even talking. I don't even expect them to talk anyway. They're all puppets, you know. But it's good that the professor of rice and beans has come out to say, you know, what I mean. Why would Seyi Tinubu have the SWAT team and everything, you know, all over, just for one person? Like, seriously, when there's a lot of insecurity, I mean, it's insensitive. Well, this government is the government of the man from Bodilon is a very insensitive government anyway, and they don't give a rat behind. They do not care. I repeat, they do not care. They do not care. What's the name? The IGP, see Ogbetokun? Yeah, IGP. IGP. He has no power really. I would say even Seyi Tinubu has no power over him. Really, seriously, because they're all puppets around the Tinubu family. All of them, from Akpabio down, all of them to what's the other one with 500-year-old whiskey, Wiki, all of them, they're all puppets to the Tinubu family. So basically, it's when his father makes a phone call and says, okay, Seyi Tinubu, I'm only giving you 1 or 2 vehicles, and that's it. Yeah, and that's it. Or are you prepared to pay for your own? Or tone it down a little bit, son. Tone it down a little bit because it's making me look bad. If he has the conscience, but really and truly, the man from Bodland doesn't give a rat's behind whatever anybody's saying. He's protecting his son, he doesn't care. And I remember when Donald Trump had in his first term, just because Donald Trump has more children than the previous administration of Barack Obama. I remember there was a report on the expenditure on security details from Obama. They compared it with Obama and Donald Trump. You know, everybody was screaming that the millions of dollars that they spend because he has a big family, and every other weekend they go to Mar-a-Lago, the daughter's children, you know, the in-laws. It was just too much for the American people, and they had it in, they brought it in Senate, and they had to like cut out a lot. But nobody's speaking. It takes Wole Soyinka to speak. The senators are supposed to be speaking, not Wole Soyinka. He's just a citizen, right? But Nigeria is not a normal country, according to my brother Black Panther. Like, oh, Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Jonathan, where are you? We miss you. It's not a normal country, really. And then it is what it is. It's kind of abuse. Let me just use it. It's abuse. That's what Abati was saying. You're abusing the system. In fact, the entire system in Nigeria is abused. Everybody knows that. Police, army is all abused. Everybody does whatever it is they like. It just depends on the level of the power that you have, you know, in the current administration. That's how that will determine the level of abuse that you can actually act on. So it is what it is. And for Adeleke switching to Accord, Black Panther will say Nigerian politicians will never change. And really, Nigerian politicians will never change. I have said something before. It is only the original Labour Party, I could say AAC, ABGA, those parties, those 3 I named. Maybe I'm missing one. I have a feeling I'm missing one. AAC, but that's what's his name? Omoy Electoral Race Party, Labour Party, the original Labour Party, and APGA. I would say those are the 3 indigenous parties. Let me put it that way. They are the indigenous political parties because APGA was Ojuku's own. The what we call Labour Party today, it was if you go back to the history, it was actually created by the Labour Union, kind of transcend into Labour Party, and that's what we see today. And then what's the other one again? AAC, Omorele Shorer's Party. I would call that indigenous political parties. Every other political parties that we know today has either been a merger from the old APC, the old PDP. In fact, I would say all the entire APC is PDP. That's the entire APC. Because when we call it APC, sometimes I laugh because APC is actually PDP. Every person there is from PDP. Whether they move from the Alliance for Democracy, now switch to what's that one before it became APC? You guys, Mr. Elvis, you know you're a politician. You know, all those other parties, CPC and all those, they all merged because of the Buhari and now become APC. Listen, man, the whole Nigeria was PDP. The whole APC of today, they're all PDP. All of them, at some point, they were all PDP. So the reason why I'm saying those 3 indigenous are different, everyone you see today, ADC, like I said, I think from the little observations I've seen, I said ADC belongs to Atiku. Accord belongs to, it might be for the man from Bodland, it might be from another person, but I've come to see that, you know, this old pussycat, right from the time there was a surge of registration of political parties that time. Many of all these billionaires, these satanic billionaires in Nigeria, many of them in collaboration with whomever they want to collaborate with, they created many of all these political parties. They registered it as an insurance for what we are seeing today. Some of them have multiple. I bet you the man from Bodilon, Tinubu himself, have like maybe 5 or 6 political parties from the existing, all those Zenith party, ZL, whatever are called. Just name them. There's so many now. I can't remember. There's so many. Who do you think owns them? They may put a person's front, like ADC now, Uonsu. They say it's Uonsu that owns it. Well, what does Uonsu come from? The only thing I see on the internet is like he studied in America and everything. He came back to Nigeria. So you think that this old pussycat will not put people in front to front their political parties? So the fact that Adeleke is going to accord, listen, everybody in Nigeria must be a politician. You have to be a politician. You have to force yourself to be a politician. You have to force yourself to understand the dynamics of how these satanic entities think, so that anytime they want to play a card like this, you take it with a grain of salt. Accord. Listen, Adeleke mentioned something in July or August, I think. And I think it's July or August. I can't remember now. Somebody can check it out. And said, come 2027, he was going to support the man from Bodilon as president. You know, and then you now had some people who were in PDP, them going against him, like, what he's saying is very, very dangerous. So now, if you listen to what he said he registered November 5th. If I heard well, as at November 5th, he belongs to the Accord Party. So therefore, Adeleke was even doing anti-party activities in the PDP. So these kinds of games, they will never change. They will never change. It's a game they're playing by going to the Accord. It's a game. It's a game. It's all boiled down to 2027 APC. So it will look too bad. The excuse is that, okay, APC is unstable in Osun State. Okay, if it's unstable in Osun State, okay, you now go to another party. We say PDP is unstable, you go to another party. But at the end, you have declared that you're going to support Tinubu. And I know Adeleke is going to support Tinubu. He's not just saying it. He will support Tinubu. Yes. Yes. So it's a game. Don't look at Accord like, oh, it's a separate party. It's a game, man. It's a game. So when I say these things, I just flip the script. I'm like, okay, what's next? What's new? Because it's all boils down to one party at the end of the day. He's in that party, but he will tell his people, vote for APC. He will vote for APC. So what's all this game for? We're so sick and tired of it. It's so Nigerians were just, I don't know. Finally, to Simfubara to moving to APC. At least that's what I heard. I don't know whatever you played, prior to that, Mr. Elvis. When Simfubara was removed as governor, I remember what I said. I do not feel sorry for Rivers State. I do not feel sorry for Simfubara, because Simfubara participated with Nyesom Wike to take the votes for Peter Obi for Tinubu. So whatever Fubara was going through that time, I didn't care. And I expressed it to the entire world. I didn't care. He's all part of the whole gimmick. He's all part of the game. But fast forward, where are we today? He's gone back to his master. So all that hula baloo of Asawana, or all that nonsense gyration that he was doing, walking on the streets of River State, and said, he's elected, and all that talk is just BS. All that talk, I'm going to just resign. I'll just want to stay with my wife and resign. It was just BS, man. It's all part of the game. I don't feel sorry for these guys. That's why I say those of you who were supporting Peter Obi, I'm going back to Edo State now. Those of you who were supporting Peter Obi and former governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, shut down Ogbe Stadium when he knew Peter Obi was coming to campaign for Nigeria. That's why they ended up at Baptist. Have you guys forgotten? Now, for somebody as satanic as that to shut down Ogbe Stadium with the useless excuse that's for renovation. Useless excuse. That kind of person was never for the Peter Obi that you support. But today, you now support that person that prevented you. That locked Peter Obi away. You now support that person politically. Are you okay? I don't think so. So if Fubara is being kicked out, literally kicked out of Government House of Rivers State, I don't feel sorry for him. He's part of the cartel. I don't feel sorry for even Rivers State. I don't. I never was, and I expressed it, and I'm repeating myself again. I never felt sorry for what Rivers State was going through when they kicked Fubara. And people are talking, oh, democracy, an elected person. I don't care, because you were part and parcel of stealing Peter Obi's votes. That is just, it is unforgivable. It is unforgivable. You were part and parcel of it, but now he has now told us, okay, this is a proof that I was part and parcel of it. You are now playing allegiance to the person you were working for 2023 presidential election. So let them just get out. In fact, they can go and join Devil Party. I don't give a rat's behind. All of them can. They should even switch. Adeleke, don't fool yourself by going to a call. Don't just go to APC, please. And anybody that wants to join APC, just join APC now. Stop playing this stupendous game that people are playing with Nigeria. Because the blood of the innocent gone there, all of it is in your hands. All of you. All of you. Wicked people. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. Mr. Elvis is not there. All right, Black Panther.
I'm here, ma. I'm here, Madam Rita. Thank you so much for your long submission as well. God bless you. But I would like to quickly say something on what you said about concerning Natasha and her husband. You were thanking the husband and all that. Madam Rita, life is sweet when two couples love themselves genuinely and when money is there to accompany them. You know, everything that these guys are doing now, without money, there's no way it would have been possible. Have that in mind. Only love cannot do it. You understand? So that support there, even though we know not all men that can give that kind of support to women, but yes, she's lucky to have a good husband, but now the money where they get that cemented this movement properly, you know, to become a reality, what they are doing together today. So I'm very, very proud of the husband, proud of Natasha, you know, hoping that someday that woman will hold a better position, even more than where she is today. You know, thank you very much, Madam Rita.
Mr. Elvis, there are people that have money. The women have money, the men have money, but it's not just working. It's not just working.
Yes, you are right.
Front
and plenty pass.
Points is, you know, but
that's why I said whatever they are doing now, if money was not part of it, there's no way it would have been possible, right?
When you say money,
so the money
that's a very pregnant statement. If money was not part of it, is it the relationship or was not part of what she's doing? Anyway. Mr. Elvis, are you there?
I'm here now. They hear you.
I'm asking you a question. I said, when you say if there was no money, are you talking about if there was no money based on their relationship outside politics, or if there was no money?
It's not about what I'm saying. Is not about the money cementing their relationship. The money elevating their moves together today. Why Nigeria now get to know their popularity today is the money. If they were in love genuinely and money was not part of it, there's no way they can achieve most of the things they are achieving today. That's what I'm saying. It's not money that make them love themselves, but it's money that is making their voices far.
Naija Wash.
Yes, sir.
Natasha she's a very ambitious woman too.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And he has a man that stands by her, that is not afraid of anything.
By her, yes.
Very correct guy. Very correct guy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But do you know there are couples today that have the same minds, kind gesture as Natasha and her husband, but their voice is not heard because they don't have the money to elevate themselves to that position. They don't have
the platform.
They have a partner that can push them and not feel intimidated. That's why I say,
but the partner cannot use shovel. Partner cannot use shovel and agwe to push anybody if there's no money.
Madam Rita, that your husband he get mind do, because if you look at what that woman is standing for, before you go see men go do that thing. That woman face he there do. Like that what he there do.
The husband is stepping. The husband is seeing his wife stepping on toes and stood by her that nothing happened.
Yes. Give that man his accolades.
That man strong.
He's a man.
Because that woman almost died. Oh. She did a plastic surgery. She almost died.
Yes. The man stood
Which
there.
plastic surgery she
Woman,
did?
correct man.
She did plastic for face now. For face.
From there, we don't hear one small thing for
Why
them.
she do am?
Give the ones, you start to shake. You start shaking like leaf. This one is
Why
standing.
she do the plastic surgery?
They got her injured now on her face.
With the accident, her face.
The thing deep, then they cut her nose come out.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
That woman get mind though. That woman get mind well.
God bless their marriage. God bless their union.
May God bless their marriage. Oh, I say a big amen to that as well.
Very correct, Chief. See, Mr. Elvis, I don't know how we can get it. We should give that man accolades. And all men, please take cue. If you have a woman in politics like this, and you know both of you trust each other, take a cue from Chief. Go and ask him, how do you do it, sir? How do you not feel intimidated?
That chief get mind, I beg. Not be all men fit do am.
Correct guy. No.
Hey.
He's anyone that don't have mind with what Natasha said.
That woman go do campaign. Then any chop off her nose.
She still went ahead.
The husband said, go ahead.
Hey. I beg.
Right.
This is what is being a man.
Okay, let's hear from Tunaja. Tunaja, thank you for joining us. Good evening to you, sir. Talk to us.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Nanjawa. Thank you for having me, and greetings to all the panelists, from Madam Rita to Black Panther, which I, have to greet. I don't have a choice. This is greetings to the chat, and special greetings to the viewers. I think in the case of Natasha Akpoti, the husband supporting her is a good thing. And I really hope that, we are all happy here saying that, she was in danger. The husband still was willing to let her go and do what needs to be done. And I've always said that our women tend to hold their sons too close to their chest. They need to let them go and do their job of securing their country. And so I will pivot to Tinubu's son's this comment. From Wole Soyinka. I think it is true that Tinubu's family, they are heavily protected. As a matter of fact, I've never seen any politician in Nigeria that is so heavily protected as Tinubu was. He's so aware of security, more than most. His motorcade is often like 10, 20 vehicles at the same time following him. So during that campaign, we saw it. So he's heavily conscious of security, but in terms of to secure his own people, he doesn't seem to care about that. And that aircraft too that came down in Burkina Faso, it turns out that it came down well inside Burkina Faso. This is not by accident. They then really went there. Whatever they are going there for, God help us. This president is going, that's over the board, trying to do the work of the colonizers for them, for whatever they are doing, because there's no way a Nigerian aircraft can end up in that location in Burkina Faso by accident. There's no way. They deliberately went there, and they were trying to do something there, and the Burkina base intercepted them and stopped them, because those areas are areas where potential militants are often concentrated. So you see, this president, he came into office, he caused ECOWAS to split into half in terms of the land mass, and he's still there creating tensions within our West African neighborhood, instead of focusing on elevating the living standard and the security of the people. And one thing I will advise Nigerians is that if you are asked to demand anything of your government, if they tell you, I'll give you education, I'll give you healthcare, I'll give you what else is out there, good roads, or I'll give you national security, you better pick security first. Because once you have that, the rest, you can figure it out amongst yourselves. I tell you that right now. Because without that is one of the biggest problems we have as a nation. Because if we don't deal with that, we are losing a lot of money, a lot of people are jobless, and it's bleeding us dry, and we can't even make sense. We can't even think straight. We can't even decide on what is good for us anymore, because We are so weak. Every other nation can just come and tell us what to do, like the French now telling this president basically what to do. And Trump threatens us, and we are shaking. And now we are telling the Americans to come and work with us. God knows what we are going to promise them. You know, many Nigerians don't know what is involved in all this. Americans were kicked out of Niger Republic. They kicked them out of Niger Republic, and suddenly now they want to start working very, very closely with Nigerians. God knows what the Tinubu government is going to give them just to maintain his power, because they have a lot of things on him, and they could force him out of office if he doesn't do what they want, especially given that it's just 2 years before an election. So he's compromised in such a way that he will give them whatever he needs to give them just to remain in office. And this is why we as a people, we see our leaders going overseas and going overseas for treatment and everything, and we don't see that as a threat. It's a threat to us. They're not governing for you. We shouldn't allow that. The moment you see your politicians, they are campaigning, they keep running to foreign countries. That's a bad sign. I would rather you elect an illiterate that never travels overseas. Because those ones that keep running overseas during campaign, they are going to sign your future away. Because they are not brave, especially the old ones. Especially the old ones. They are not brave. Those people, they still see foreigners as their masters. They go there and tell them, what do you want from me? Tell me, I will give you. And after I give you, as long as you give me power. That's all they care about. They don't care about the people. When I was saying it before Tinubu going to office, that these were caretakers. They are not there to govern for you. Every time they travel overseas, we see it as a joke. It's a sign that they are not there for you, because how can your own leader that represents 200 and something million people, takes his chest to go and open on a foreign doctor's table, and you think that is not compromising you? Do you know that is very, very unusual for any normal functioning nation? Your leaders are not supposed to do that. And they have the money to show you that this thing is so diabolical. What they are doing doesn't make sense. Tinubu borrowed more than $20 billion in 1 year alone. $1 billion, do you know the kind of hospital that is going to build? They spend, if I'm going by proportion, because by June, they've already spent $4.2 billion defending the currency. The so-called currency that they floated, though, they've already spent $4.2 billion defending it. By now, we're talking about somewhere around $8 billion. Do you know how many hospitals that could build? Why are you defending the currency? Why do we need to be buying things from Igbo all the time? The only reason why you need that currency, you need the dollar, is because you're buying stuff from overseas. Why do you always have to be buying useless things from overseas? He even spend money buying food from overseas and destroying our local farmers. Like I said, if you...
They give us whiskey now. Whiskey.
That is the mumu thing that they do. And the only bright spot we see in Nigeria is Dangote Refinery. And even by what he has done, he has kind of reduced the benefit we would have gotten from Dangote Refinery. Can you imagine if President Tinubu didn't increase didn't flow the currency, instead control the demand of the currency, then increase security so that we can start drilling more crude oil, and then supply it to Dangote Refinery. Dangote brings it back to Nigerians, and our demand for the dollar will crash. Nigerian currency will get stronger on its own. You don't even need to float it there. You don't need to defend it anymore. But instead, he went and floated it, dragged his leg in giving Dangote Refinery crude oil. Even today, Dangote is importing crude oil from overseas. The entire thing is organized to make sure we don't develop properly. They just, everything they do, this is why I say, if you don't have your national security intact, other nations will control your leaders. They'll control their thought process. The system is compromised until you start knowing that, okay, if you can protect your territory, you may actually be able to start protecting your politicians. From protecting your House of Assembly members, they too will affect the presidency. That's how the system starts becoming self-healing. This is why the best minds will tell you that a nation has to have a strong national security. It doesn't matter how big or small you are. You have to have it to a point whereby nobody's going to mess with you. This is why Lee Kuan Yew created the poison shrimp policy. He knows this country is very small. They are about 5 billion. But he said, if you want to mess with us, we are going to so mess with you, it's going to look like you ate poison. And today, that is one of the richest countries in the world. A country of 5 million does more export than the entire African continent. That is crazy. What are they made of? These are human beings just like us. And for the record, they don't have any natural resources. They don't have any national resources. And yet, more than 10% of their population is involved in their national security. You see, people that take care of their national security, they tend to understand where their bread is buttered more. They tend to think more clearly because nobody's busy telling their leaders what to do, threatening their leaders all the time. Our leaders are compromised. They are threatened. They are always afraid. Look at what Trump just said now. Look at how they are running like as if they have lost their mind. When they know the problem, because all these same people that they are running around for are threatening them all the time not to do the right thing. They know what to do. They know that if they recruit more into their security forces, the Boko Haram is not going to be able to bomb people anymore. Kidnappers are not going to find space to be kidnapping people and demanding money. All these economies will be destroyed. And do you know what that would do for Nigeria? People don't understand how rich Nigeria could be. It's not only based on our natural resources. We are a major nation amongst 1.5 billion people around the world. A major nation that they will come to, they will want to buy stuff from. Nigeria could be a very, very rich and very, very powerful nation. All we have to do is demand the right things. Demand the right things from your leaders. And if they refuse to provide it, then the next person that will give you that will say that they will do those things will win the election. No matter how they try to rig it. You know, the rigging election is only happens when you can control an area. When they rig in the cities, it's very, very hard for them to rig in the cities. This is why they always rig on the outskirts. They rig on the outskirts because they know observers are not there. The observers that are there are easier to compromise. They are not educated young university people and all those young intellectuals that it's a bit harder to bribe them. That's why cities tend to reflect actual election results more. Even in the Rivers State, the same thing happened. Even when they gave it to Wike, the Port Harcourt City Borough, it still showed that Peter Obi won that election. Yeah, Abuja, the same thing. Lagos, the same thing. So if you know the strategy, you can fight, change the leaders so that you can get good leaders that are actually going to do what you want. And I tell you, politicians, they like to be popular. They really do like to be popular. If Nigerians unite and demand one thing in one voice, you will see Tinubu will shake that. He will just give, he will do it without even thinking. Nigerians, this kind of, when we play this tribal politics, we are giving them exactly what they want. Because when you are divided, then you can't come together and pressure them. But once you are united, and I have seen it many times happen in Nigeria, when Nigerians put pressure on them, like on student loans, various things, you see that the government will reel back. Even the tax, they even pull back on tax at first when the Nigerians had about. I think that was was it on calls or something, or money transfer? They said they were going to tax, and Nigerians were like, "What are you talking about?" They rolled it back. I think they canceled that tax immediately. This is what I'm talking about. The Nigerian politicians, they are afraid of Nigerians when Nigerians are united. Even when they are a little bit, even half united or three-quarter united, not fully united, they are afraid of Nigerians. Yeah, I've seen that happen repeatedly. So we should really stop this tribal thing that we do on all the panels. We should discourage it. Any of our people that we see talking in a nasty way about tribes, we should condemn them seriously. Condemn them as if these people are taking money, food from your mouth. Because that's what they are actually doing. They are ensuring that your nation never comes together, people never come together and make a change that is going to be good for you. Tribalists are negative for their own tribes too. They are not only poisonous for other tribes and the nation, they are also negative for their own people too. Because they don't understand that it's not mutually exclusive. Your tribe, if your tribe does well, it doesn't mean that the nation should not do well. If the nation does well, generally the tribes do well. All nations that are doing well, the tribes are doing just fine. And if you care about your tribe, remember, you have to also put the nation first. By not doing that, you are actually damaging your tribe. This is the truth. Our people really need to seriously internalize this. If you undermine your nation, you are undermining your tribe. You can't run away from that truth. We've been trying it for 60 years, 65 years now, actually. And we've seen the result. Where did he get us? Where did he get us? Anybody that you see talking like this, you shut them up. Their spirit has led us here. That spirit of division, that's what got us here. And that's what got people like President Tinubu elected. That's why they use it to divide against Peter Obi. They say, oh, he's playing Igbo tribe, Christian tribe, and all this nonsense that doesn't matter. You elect criminals and people that don't put you first into office repeatedly. No shame. They walk around in their country and see their country dirty, everywhere dirty. All the amenities are below par, below the countries that they travel to, the car that they are driving, where those cars are made, the countries look like somebody is actually taking care of it. But these leaders, they are fine with watching their country look like a tip. Even cities, you will see rubbish piled up. It's fine. Because they can't even manage to organize people that even don't even have jobs. There are no people without jobs that you can give a job to actually clean the streets, but they can't even do that. How can these people lead you anywhere that is going to lead you to progress? They are not serious people. Until you, as a citizen, start realizing that how they divide you and get themselves into office and not doing the right thing, we have to start realizing that we have to start changing ourselves, because many of us were elected into office. I saw it this last time. Even an Okada man got into office. All of them are the same now. They go and do the same thing. So we have to start changing our psyche to realize that if we keep doing this stuff, because you are making that money, you are actually poorer for it. Because many of our rich people can't compare themselves to the rich people overseas. They can't compete. Look, can you imagine a country like Singapore owing $1.4 trillion? When if Nigeria owes $100 billion, we are shaking. We are shaking, and we have 200, almost 130 million people at least. When they are 5 million and they can owe $1.4 trillion. Can you imagine rich people in that country, how rich they are? The kind of access they have, the wealth they have access to. And yet, our people, we keep playing this, what do they call it, relegated league football, that we never want to go into the Premier League. We keep playing this low-level game where we just keep, going down and lower and lower. Do you know how low we traveled in the last 3 years alone? Jesus Christ. How can you come and read a national budget 1 year, the next year you come and read the national budget, it's almost half. And the politicians don't see anything wrong with it. That they are governing themselves into their own poverty. What kind of mumu thinking is that? These type of policies that we are playing, we are all responsible for it when we don't condemn people that are dividing us religiously, tribally. We don't condemn them. Today, because Dabere is still in office, that tells you the kind of presidency that you have. Because they will maintain somebody like that, because that's what they use to govern. They know if they go to this next election, if they don't polarize it and make Yoruba people very, very conscious of their tribe, he may not win. He may not have a chance at all. That's why they want to play that tribalistic, this is the politics, and attack fellow Nigerians and claim that the fellow Nigerians are insulting their elders, they are not respecting this. All this nonsense, braggadocious behavior, and it is so disgusting. Really, I find it very disgusting. Why do we show up? Why do we peacock all the time when you all around you is full of mess and rubbish? When people that live on pristine environments that are precision designed and built, are humbler, is that not a little bit retarded? People will be looking at that thinking, is there something wrong with these people? Why are they so proud? Why are they so loud about, oh, do you know me? This. And the other day, Tinubu's wife was telling off Adeleke. This is the kind of stuff we do. We really, our elite class, they really need to search their soul. If they are still, they still have one. They really need to search their soul on what they are doing to their own people. If you cannot rule, if you cannot become a proper elite that actually knows how to run a system like every other nation out there, maybe you should step out of the way. Because if you don't voluntarily step out of the way, or at least elevate people that have that quality, if you cannot do it yourself, elevate the ones that have the quality to do the right thing. Elevate them so that they join you. When they join you, not for them to be like you, for them to transform the elite class too. That is what you need. You need treatment. And if you don't do it willingly, it will come to you. On whether you will it or not, it will come to you. Whether from the hands of your own citizens, or it's going to come to you from the hands of the people that will come and claim you. Like they claimed us before. There's always a day of judgment. Everything we are doing now, there will be a day of judgment. Of all these actions we are taking, all this bribery, tribalism, braggadocio, do you know me culture, bloody civilian culture, where the military start beating their fellow citizens, not caring about their own people. All this stuff has consequences. It's not by accident. In the Bible, you keep seeing, you know how the prophets go on every time they start warning the people of Israel, telling them that because they departed from the ways of the Lord, they are going to be punished. There's a reason why those prophets are warning, because there will be judgment. And what they are doing then is not dissimilar to what is also relevant today, because they lived in a society that they see is decaying in their culture and in their way of doing things, and they are pronouncing judgment on their people if they don't take care of it. And that's what we are doing too. The Trump statement is a warning. It's a sign of what can happen. Overnight, when judgment comes, you will not see it coming. I've been warning about this over and over again, that we have to be more proactive, not reactive. Why are we reacting to Trump? We should have been prepared. We should have been prepared that, if Trump says anything, we're already here. What is Trump going to say about China right now that China is not ready for? What is Trump going to say about North Korea that North Korea is not ready for? Or Iran? Because they are ready. Why are we always waiting until something goes wrong before we act? I've said it again. I'm not going to try to repeat it too much. If you want to demand anything from your leaders, the first thing you should demand is national security. They need to recruit into the security forces the way they promised you. They brought it up. They promised. You didn't make it up. They promised that they're going to do it. And it's the right thing to do. But whenever they get into office, they don't do it. The opposition, whenever the president gets into office, they keep quiet. They pretend as if they don't know the solution anymore. Until Trump threatened them, suddenly they want to start recruiting people. Why is it that when Trump threatened them to do something, suddenly they realize that they can recruit 50,000 into the police? Why? Because they know there is a problem there. They are undermanned. They don't have enough people in that system. And yet these people borrow billions upon billions of dollars every year to defend the currency. For what? To what end is that? Currency, foreign currency. Why are we defending currency? We should be defending our people. If you don't have money to buy something in dollars, don't buy. Maybe you should stop buying stuff with the dollar. Is it by force? If a home doesn't have money to pay with currency, no. If you are running a home and you don't have money to pay for certain things like flat screen TV, air conditioner, is it by force? They all buy it. Let them keep their properties overseas.
To Niger. Let me add to what you are saying. You see, the system of the world has been programmed. It was won in Germany. It has been programmed in such a way that when America went to the Saudi OPEC nation, they made an agreement. Let the dollar be the only currency. That is what you are seeing today. You cannot, they cannot even bring down the dollar because the dollar is generally accepted by all the countries.
My point there is, I'm not saying we should fight the dollar. I'm just saying, if you don't have money to buy things in dollars, why are you buying things in? Why are you defending it?
It's because we are not producing now. We are not producing.
We are not producing and you don't have money. Then don't defend it. See, live poor. If you're a poor man, live like a poor man. Don't start borrowing, getting dollars to go and start defending billions of dollars. Why are you not taking that billions of dollars to recruit into your security forces? Why are you busy spending it to defend the naira? Because some people want to go and buy toothpick from overseas. Some people want to go and buy wigs from overseas. Whatever nonsense they want to buy.
Make I ask you this question: Why is Atiku still fighting to want to become president? As old as he is, does he have the kind of knowledge you have? No. So it is high time we generally come together. We need to be together to drive all these old men out.
I've already said that we should not elect anybody over 60 anymore. I think I'm tired of old people because I think these old people, and in short, foreigners, they realize that these old people, their views don't change. And because once they believe in them, those people will never change. You can see it in Bolivia, you can see it everywhere. And they try to keep all these old people in the office as long as possible because they know the young people will change. Young leaders, what they tend to do is that when they get into office, they are more likely to change their opinion than an old person. And that's why people don't like them get into office. Because even if they sign on to something, they can change very quickly. That's how young people behave. And that's why they prefer, the older you are, the better. They just want to maintain you there so that the young people don't come in to start to upset the apple cart. They don't want that to happen. So in terms of this currency issue, because that's a serious one that Nigeria, they deceive Nigerians and make it look like we have to defend the currency all the time, and that is the problem. No, you don't have to defend the currency. You don't have to buy food from overseas. You don't have to buy some equipment like cars. You can tell that you're not going to import any cars for 1 year. Is Nigeria going to collapse if you don't import cars for 1 year?
Yes. Let me tell you something. Do you know why? You see, you are coming down now. You are coming back home. Do you know why the youth that don't have voice, why they are trying to form alliance with Obi? It is like this. Obi knows.
Yeah, your audio is gone. So you can't be spending beyond your means. That's what our leaders are supposed to have learned and taught our people, not the other way around. That we need to float the currency or we need to.
Obi will not run the country in an analog form again. You cannot run a country. You are not producing. You are not giving out, and you want dollar. You are supporting the dollar with dollar. That's madness now.
Yeah. I think they are saying that I'm diverting from the topic. If I was to go to the topic, I did say it yesterday that Peter Obi, I'm not happy with him because of his posture on the national security area. I like him as a person. He's definitely the best leader that we have right now in terms of potential leaders for the country. He's definitely the best that we have, apart from except something new shows up that is better. But his position on national security is a problem because he should have, right from the get-go, been going after the current president in terms of national security, that he has a policy of recruiting 1 million into the military and 1 million into the police, customs, and all that. Why is he not defending that policy every single time he hears about security breaches, kidnappings, and all these things? Because if he was coming out advocating this, you will see that everybody will associate him with national security. Everybody will associate him with strength. Everybody will associate him with hope. And if the President Tinubu will hope to win that presidency, either he will have to do what Peter Obi is saying, or he will be removed from office. Because there is nothing as visceral as watching children getting kidnapped and somebody is actually saying something that is going to deal with the problem. Because even by Nigerian standard, if you tell them that you are going to recruit 1 million soldiers, Nigerians know that is going to deal with the problem. They will know.
To Nigeria, let me come in again. You see, when you talk about security, that was why I asked you, what is your national policy on security? You see, when you talk about security, Nigeria don't have. That is why you see a whole battalion, they follow first speaking. I don't know what they call them. First speaking. Battalion, they follow first lady. It is because we don't have security policy. They are just mimicking us. Yeah, okay, yeah. Now your Matawali went to Saudi Arabia to sign a security pact with houseboys that don't know anything about security. What does that tell you? We don't have a policy.
See, Black Panther, they have a policy. They are not just doing it.
They don't have. They want to weaken the military. They have to weaken it for them to spring
policy, up. That's the only policy President Tinubu had that he has not done.
He doesn't know anything about military.
He's done everything
Tinubu don't know anything about military.
He knows. He promised it at Chatham House. He promised it at Chatham House.
See, military is all about recruiting. It's not all about recruiting.
Of course, it's not all about it, but
what they are saying, they are trying to frighten us by saying it's recruiting.
No, I'm not trying to frighten you. I'm trying to tell you that if you want to solve the problem, you have to have Nigerians cover the entire space of Nigeria. You have to take over space from the terrorists.
Look, we all Nigerians, we don't have belief. We don't have belief, and that's why I support Dangote. The last speech he made in the economic summit in Imo State, he said, before the West come to invest, let we nationalize our industry. If we don't do that, they will come and override us. He said it now. That was a smart move.
Why do you think we've not done that? If people that don't have a strong self-defense, they are subject to other people's interests. Do you know other companies from overseas can come to your country because your politicians are so weak, your country is so weak, they can influence them and tell them, okay, now do this policy so that I can come and give you this, my service. But that service they are providing to you is value-added service. In other words, you are giving them money while they are making money from you. According to Dangote, the way he puts it is that we export wealth and import poverty. That is, and your country is more susceptible to that because you are a weak country. Countries that are strong and not so, you can't go to Singapore and tell them that nonsense. If you and they are just 5 million. Or you go to Israel and tell them that Israel, the kind of head, in short, if you walk into an Israeli office and give them a policy that is going to kill them, they will headbutt you out of their office.
Look at what happened in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, America was discovered oil in Saudi Arabia. Then Saudi Arabia came in, the people that owns the land came in and signed an agreement that they will be with them for so amount of years. And after them, they will not indigenize the oil sector, the energy sector. What Saudi Arabia did, they indigenized the sector, they've learned the technology, and they put their people all around the technology, all around the company, secure it. That is why they can speak. That is why you see development. Because it is their people that runs the energy industry in Saudi Arabia. What do you have in Nigeria? England will give you now whiskey, and I'll give them free oil. Dangote be refinery. They come buy oil from America. Does that make sense? Is that a country?
You see, the founders of Saudi Arabia were warriors. They fought.
They were smart now.
They built a strong dynasty there. So even if you look at the Gulf nation, they are that's how they all emerged. If you don't take yourself seriously, if you are not strong, strength is very, very important in life. It's like having an immune system. If you don't have a good immune system and you go out in public, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to get infected. And then you become ill. And then some people will start saying, oh, because you are corrupt, you are this, you are that. No, because you are weak. Your system, you are bleeding all the time, and you are bleeding well. Instead of your system to heal, it's one thing to be infected and be ill. But another thing is for you to, that same person that is ill, be bleeding out blood. If you are bleeding out, you can't heal. And Nigeria is bleeding wealth all the time. Continuously, they are stealing our natural resources in the places where they are displacing people and start doing mining in all those places. Billions of dollars Nigeria is losing. And while we are losing those billions of dollars in natural resources that they are stealing from the ground, our farmers are not able to farm. So we are double losing. Then investors are not able to come to Nigeria because they feel scared, triple losing. It's like you can't even, the scale of loss that we've lost in Nigeria in the last 10 years alone, by estimates, it's about $1.5 trillion in GDP. That is a lot of wealth. We are bleeding. because of simple national security stuff that other nations take for granted. That's why I tell you, if your leaders, if you have to demand one thing from the leaders, recruit into the security forces. Don't buy any nonsense, anything else that they tell you.
Tunaja, let me explain some things to you now. You see, it is good. Look, we see, the reason why I said, why I'm still sticking my gun and what is happening in Nigeria has really followed the path, which I'm not expecting anything different. You see, in a country where you are, you don't indigeneize some certain sector to be handled by your own people. Then you have opened your country, you have placed insecurity in your country, you have established it already. Now, if you look at Dubai have a policy that any gold, you can bring any amount of gold into the country and you are free to bring it in. And when you bring it in, the people, the indigenous, will buy it and give you the money. That is their policy. You don't come to own a gold factory. They will buy it from you and now rebrand it and put Dubai there. Our own country, we know they like do anything. Now, what they are doing in the north now, it's as a result of what they did in Niger Delta, where they didn't indigenize the oil sector. They messed it up, and now the solid mineral in the north now, they are messing it up the way they mess the south up. Now, look at what is happening in southeast. Southeast now, Boa, that guy, the brother, the cousin to Dangote, is building another oil refinery, the second largest in the Western Sahara, the second largest, following his brother Dangote own. He's building it where? It's not in the north, he's building it in the east. You can see now the wealth, the economic demography now is shifting. They are trying to shift it, and people are not seeing it. People are not seeing it. Because look at the east now. They have the largest reserve of gas in the entire Africa. And nobody is, all of the billionaires, all of them, instead of them to go and put oil servicing companies around that sector, they are busy saying oil, money, and water. See, you got to indigenize everything you have so that your security will be firm. If you don't indigenize it, you are opening your land for an intruder to come in. What makes like people like England to come in, people like France to come in, is because you people don't handle any sector. You don't handle it. Look at your aviation. Look at your military itself. We have people that can produce, but your Nigerian government is not encouraging them to produce at its optimum, pace, so that they can supply those machineries around Africa. None is done, but we have them, but they are not encouraging them. Look at the agricultural sector; they are not encouraging them. Look at the even plastic that you make. Go to China. Average Chinese person knows how to mold a plastic cup. They have companies that does that. They generalize it. They put their people right in there. Any company that is coming to China, their people own 65% of the company, shares in the company. What we have in Nigeria, this MTN, how much is our share in MTN in Nigeria? How much? 40% or thereabouts. We see, Nigeria is not a country. The way they are doing Nigeria is they are creating insecurity. Even our economy itself, it's insecurity. You are not manufacturing, you are supporting dollar with dollar. How does that make sense? You are not producing. You are using dollar to support dollar. Which economy are you helping? Which economy are you aiding? Is it not the American economy? Yes. Okay, now, because you did not digitalize your oil sector, now Great Britain, the masters are giving you whiskey, you dey give them free oil. Why would they come and talk? Tell me why would they come and talk in your affair? Have you seen them making any bill in the House of Commons or the House of Lords? None. Have you seen them talk in this issue of insecurity in Nigeria? Are they not supposed to be the one to say, oh, we want to assist? Did they say anything? No, because the insecurity is making their nation grow up. Let me give you an instance now. When Russia supplies Europe through France to other European countries because the pipeline is laid through France. Now, America blocked that aspect and they stopped supply. Now, have you ever heard that the Great Britain cried that they don't have energy? Have you ever heard that they cry they don't have energy? No, because they are giving us whiskey, we are giving them crude oil, we are giving them gas. If that gas pass through go France, that is the end of Nigeria. If that pipeline pass to France, that is the end. You will not become, you'll be subject to the Western world till this world end. Except we have a very strong military junta that will break that pipeline. Because that pipeline is going to cause very big issue in Nigeria economy. It's not going to be positive, it's going to be negative. Because we did not individualize it, we are commercializing it for external investors to come in. Now they take over your processing, they take over your manufacturing, they take over your industries. They will dictate how many gas they will send to this place, how many gas they will send to that place. That is what is going on. Our people, our billionaires are not, they are not civilized. All they know is just to count that money in paper and put it in their pocket. They don't know how to really, maximize and establish the kind of power they need to establish. They are fighting against their own people instead of making their own people as a shield of defense against the West. Now they are impoverished them. That does not make sense. Now that's not a country that wants to grow. When you are impoverishing your people, your politics is not well branded. It's not on a very strong trajectory. Why? Because you don't have a constitution that will empower the judiciary, that will empower state policing, that will make the military the pride of the country. The pride of the country. If you go to any country like France, their military is their pride. Come to America, the military is the pride. Go to Morocco, the military is the pride of the country. But we don't have it here. Our military are not well paid. They don't have insurance. They don't have the facility. When I watch one of the military guy talking on TV, the guy is still in service. He said they gave them 60 rounds, 80 rounds of ammunition, and they gave them two magazines. 60 rounds. That is 160. You are facing an insurgent that have multiple rounds of ammunition. So how do you fight? How can you be proud of it? Nobody's trying to invest in the military. Nobody's coming out to beat his chest that I want to join because this is my country. I'm the citizen of the country. Nobody. You have to make it our own through the constitution. If you don't have it, we are divided because we are a broken nation. We are not a nation yet. We are just trying to couple an engine that is already dead. You can't couple an engine that is already dead. You have to take the engine out and rebuild a new engine and have a brand new engine so that it can be able to power and go more than 10,000 miles. That is what we are saying. If we don't do that, I bet you, no matter how you set up your company will be stolen by the West. It will be killed by the West. By the time they come in with their money, they will buy over your company. They will subject your company to penury. Nobody can invest here now. They are coming in with their dollar. They buy over the oil well. You can imagine they are giving oil well to Nigerians, not for Nigerians to indigenalize it, but for Nigeria to sell part of the block to Western people. That is what they are doing. That is how they become millionaire. They give me an oil block. I sell 80% out. I get 40%. the Western people get 40%. Before you know it, they'll be stealing it. That's what they are doing. It's all out for people to steal because we have opened ourselves to insecurity. When you don't secure an economy, you cannot have security in your country. Your wealth will be stolen when you don't have security. You have economic security, then you have the main security, but your economic security will be assured when you have a good constitution that will digitalize everything in your country. And that is what Saudi Arabia and all the Western world, all the Arabian countries are doing. They don't want too much infiltration into their own economy. Rather, they sit down and sign a deal with you. That is what nobody is signing a deal with African countries. They call me because we are not secured. They call me, they tell you that because I'm bringing my machine, I'm going to have 65%, while you have 35%. That is the deal they are doing with us. Because we are not secured. We are not economically secure. We don't digitalize our company. We don't give a time frame that, look, if you come in here, you are going to put our men, you are going to train them within the space of 10 years, and after 10 years, you pack out and give us. That is transfer of technology. They don't want to give it to us because they don't just want to give us because they don't respect us. And we have not positioned ourselves to be respected because we are still doing things. Give me cash, take them. Give me cash, take them. That's what we are doing. Look at what is happening in the north. I am crying for the north because their wealth, they are about to translate what they did in the south, in the north now. Everybody is buying, getting license to go in there and dig the ground and sell. They are not making it their own. They are selling it. They are not taking that raw gold.
Let's just simplify it for them. Let's simplify it so that our people understand what they need to do on their own end. See, first, don't buy anybody that talks tribalism to you. Don't buy anybody that talks religious extremism to you. Especially when it comes to religious extremism in the north, it's very, very important you don't pay attention to those people because those people, they don't mean you well. Even if they think they do, they are ensuring that you remain poor. And in terms of tribalism, anybody that talks about tribalism, look at them with a side eye, especially if they are old people. They are the ones that got us into this mess. If it's a young person, just sideline them. Because those people, if you allow that their spirits to win, we are all going to be poorer for it, including them, because they can't see straight. It's your job as a wise Nigerian, as a progressive Nigerian that wants to see your people do better. If you don't want your women to be dying in hospital because they don't have good medicine, doctors, and good facilities, if you don't want people to be dying on the roads because somebody has stolen the money and our companies are not capable of building good roads, or we don't have money to do them, all the tragedies and national security, people send their children to school, they kidnap them and take them away and marry them off. If you don't want to be seeing all those things, you have to rein this your tribal spirit in and put your national spirit forward. For once, we as a people need to do that so that our tribes can actually be safe. Because right now they are not safe, are they? That's what I'm trying to say. No, let me finish. I'm just trying to simplify it. So you have to reject tribalism, you have to reject religious division, and when it comes to making demands from the leaders, demand national security above anything that they will give you. Because once you have that, you'll be shocked how many of your fellow Nigerians will rush into the country with a lot of money, with a lot of job creation opportunities that are going to bring back to Nigeria, and you're going to see Nigeria start flourishing. That is how simple our situation is. And if you want to transform Nigeria even further than that, because Dangote has already started the direction of travel, then you have to have one generation that is technologically oriented, that is going to train almost every child that is coming to school in technology. Every single child. One solid generation of training people, like that, we're talking about 20 years of everybody being involved in technology, so I can use that to catch up with the rest.
To Nigeria,
Muslim,
let me come in here.
It shouldn't matter.
Let me come in here. You see, to Nigeria, you see, you know why people say talking is cheap?
Because they believe that talking is cheap. That's why they say it. It doesn't mean it's cheap. Depends on what you are able to say. because not everybody says things that are actually pertinent or reflecting of the realities on the ground. Because what we are dealing with on the ground right now is a country that doesn't have the wherewithal to cater for its people well enough. We are just bumbling along the bottom until, if we carry on like this, someday we are going to be put out of our misery. But we have a chance to change it. Yeah.
Tunaja, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. You see, do you know why they say talk is cheap? You see, in a real sense, it is very cheap to talk. But in actualizing what you have spoken is very difficult. Now, Nigerians can never be together if you don't harmonize us to come and agree what is the cause of our problem. You understand me? What is the cause of our problem? The tribal sentiment cannot stop because who is enhancing it is these old layers of politicians. And how do we stop them from not doing it? It's for us to push a motion that we must sit down and talk and believe in ourselves, whether you come from north or anywhere. We must say one thing that will cover us. In God we trust. Every man is equal before one God. Therefore, we the people, we speak today that we must have a formidable country and we must lay the rules and regulations. Whether you are Fulani, whether you are this or that, we must come together. That is the main.
Minutes, make we close. Did they hear me?
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
yes, I hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, Mr. Black Panther. I'm sorry for interrupting. I would like to step out now. I just want to say thank you very much, Mr. Elvis and Black Panther and Tunaja. I'm just listening to what you guys are saying. Very educative. Have a good night.
Thank you, Madam Rita. God bless you.
Thank you. Good night. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. The remaining 5 minutes, make you and Tuna just share and let's round up. If just less than, if I have 4 minutes left.
Let me just take the 4 minutes. Because my partner doesn't need to say anything. What does he have to say? You don't have anything to say now. Let me stop.
You talk 2 minutes. You get 2 minutes. 3 minutes. I'll talk for 2 minutes.
You talk for 1 minute. Maybe
2 minutes. So.
Okay, let me go. So you see, Nigerians, if you, like I said before, it's a very simple problem we have. We have a national security problem, we have a law and order problem, and we have a technology problem. To bridge all those gaps, you have to remove all the blockages along the way, which is tribalism and religious division. Those two are the two major ones. There's corruption there too. Deal with those two. But the tribalism, it doesn't cost anybody to cost tribalism. They don't need money. It doesn't cost anybody money to be religiously bigoted. And all these people have to be sidelined because you that don't believe in all these things are important to our future. Know this now. You are vital to our future. Don't take money that they are giving you to buy votes. Don't betray the party that you believe the candidate is going to do the right thing by the people. Try to choose the right people into the right offices because that is going to be better for you and your tribe. If you love your tribe so much, make sure you support the national interest. Yes, it might come across to you that some politicians are corrupt, some people do all this stuff, but if everybody start pulling back from the national interest, who is going to hold it up? Somebody has to hold it up, and you are vital. A lot of soldiers are paying with their lives, including the general that died recently, trying to hold up the tent. If you don't hold it, the tribes will collapse. The tribes is just one other aspect of our identity, just like we are black. We like it or not, we are black. We are considered a race of black people, Africans, and just like that, you're also in Nigeria. We like it or not, it's just what it is. And you have to defend it so that your tribe will also do well, because those things are operating at a level that actually is more consequential to you.
Let me, Nigeria watch. Never reach you. Not cheat us. Let me talk.
It's not 4 minutes now. I'm not looking for 4 minutes.
Okay, let me talk. You see,
right,
Nigerians, we cannot use an old engine that was not manufactured by us to run a race that we have 100 people, 100 participants are running. What we need to do to make sure that we start a race in a way that we all will be confident that yes, we are going to finish strong, is for us to come together and set up a new rules. Paul Kigali did it. If you speak about you are from so tribe, you have committed an offense and you be thrown into jail. We need to set out a new rules that will inculcate every youth of Nigeria, every tribe, every sub-nations of Nigeria will come together and say this, that we are one nation before God, and we are bound together because God has made us so. Therefore, we will build Nigeria to be the best and the great black nation of the world. And how do we stop insecurity? How do we stop corruption? It's for us to set up a new rules that we all are part of the rule and we are signed to it, attest to it, and hold it high and say, we the people, we spoke this law and we agree with it. Anybody that contradicts it goes to jail. Thank you, Nigeria Watch, for your great service to your motherland. May God bless you.
All right. I want to appreciate all of you, Black Panther, Two Niger, Amanda Rita. Thank you so much for your submission. And Black Panther, Two Niger, thanks for that continuous back-to-back wonderful submission. I believe a lot of us were learning from it, listening. God bless you. I appreciate you all. Some of you that called in today, I couldn't pick because my team were playing football, not this. But tomorrow is another day. Now God will bless you now. Thank you so much for Madam Peggy Modi for the super chat double. I'm very, very grateful, man. May your pocket never ever run dry. I'm always grateful. Thank you, Madam Origin, for your support as well. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much, Mr. Pansat. Thank you, Blessed Lady. Thank you, McKinley. I appreciate every one of you right there. Thank you, every one of you there. And there come to my mother, my lovely mother of all Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always, and I love you so much. Thank you, my lovely brother, Abu Azi. God bless you. Love Maduka. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone on the comment section, and those of you listening to us, Bex Max, many others. Now God will bless you, my people. We'll come to the end of this broadcast. Endeavor to join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So let's continue to talk about the things that affect you and I. Whenever we can, we'll put out a pre-recorded video for you. We are putting things together to make sure that we have someone that will not be giving it to you back to back during the day. As for me, I wish you know what I'm doing during the day. You will pity for me. So we don't have the time. But whenever I have the time, I'll do my part for you. And God will bless you, my people. Help us to press on the like before you go. Help us to share. Continue to join us to speak truth to power. That's what we're doing here. We're not fighting anybody. We're just calling out our government to do the right thing. And people, have a good night and bye for now.
What them on them? Abama, Ndaba. paper dealer, Mike merchandise, electronics dealer,